No, we can't, Carol. We gave him a hard time this morning. And I have a weird whatever on my nose ring. I banged it and it's like all crazy cuckoo. So we have that, but I'm not allowed to touch it. Y'all can see that. I'm going to go over some. Hi, you guys. Simi Valley. Oh my God. I'm right up the street from you, Aqua Mom. I literally could come run at your house. I mean, I'm down I'm down the 118, the 210 all the time. I'm literally right by you. I could come and stay in your backyard like a squatter. I'm not gonna, but I could. Okay, so I want to tell you guys, I'm a squatter, Aqua Mom. I'm your squatter. I want to tell you guys about what not to do with a nose bump. Can you guys see this? Okay, that's what I get for piercing on every side of my face. Anyway, I banged it and it was like, it got big and white. So I went online and, Revelstoke. Yes, BC, been there. I went online looking to see how to fix it. And someone said, put an aspirin on it. So I did that. Someone said, put a bunch of salt on it. So I did that. I put on witch hazel, salt, aspirin, sea salt spray, soaked it in chamomile. It's gone down, but I made it bleed. But it's going down, so I'm cool with it. At least it's not getting bigger, so this is good. So anyway, if you bang your nose piercing, that's what happens. Kitchener, Ontario, I know it well. Never got a notification. I know. When I'm taking Long Beach, I can come be your squatter, Michelle, too. Come on. I'll come down to your house. Oh, I'm sorry about your cat, Teresa. 18. That's a long time. That's how you got into squatting at somebody's house. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, so like tomorrow is one of my favorite people's. Yeah, it's not a keloid, though. Keloid is like a tumor thing, and it grows. Yeah, I just threw this on. This is MAC lipstick, some kind of MAC. I can't remember the name. There. It's not a keloid. Keloid like grows and grows. This is called a hypotropic. The cute little girl at the salon told me. Hypotropic something when you bang your nose. Yes, I've tried the tea tree oil too. Hi, Bobby. I'm going to tell him the story I told Bobby. Bobby's like, please don't. Just shut your mouth now. Just shut up right now. Anyway, yeah, I tried tea tree. I put aspirins in a little bit of water and put them on there, and it made it go red. Kind of burns it off, they say. I did witch hazel, tea tree. That was one I missed. Sea salt. You're supposed to use sterile water. And I think I got it. No, it's not called a keloid, she told me. It's called a hypotropic bump. It's different from a keloid. I'm breaking out too on the left side. I just did, you did the lemon scrub. Yeah, this is me banging my piercing right here. I have a black diamond in there, but whatever, to match the other side. See? You can see the little bump. It's disgusting. I have the baby shower on Saturday. It's little Maya's baby shower, and look what I did. Look. A keloid baby aspirin crushed. It's not a keloid. Anyway, they call it I'm going to look at it. Yeah, silicone patch. Yeah, if I have to. I did hydro something cream on it. Castro's Canada. That guy should be gone. What do you call that cream that brings down inflammation? Hydrocortisone, whatever. And if it doesn't go away, they inject. But it is going away. It'll go away. I told it to go away. It's going to go. I'm going to tell you what it's called. Hypertropic something. It's a hypertropic bump. Something like that. It's when you hit the bump. I forget what they call it, but it's not a keloid. I know. Warm salt water. You think I didn't try that one? I tried that one big time. When I go up in altitude, it gets all crusty, and then if I, pick it, then I was guilty. I picked it, I twisted, I touched it, I took my shirt off and snagged my nose on it like 6. Catastrophic. I put hemorrhoid cream, good one. I didn't try that one yet. What's that stuff called? The hemorrhoid cream? Happy Thanksgiving in Canada. Yeah, I forgot. Spirit quartz, not sure what it does. Spirit quartz is great. Peroxide didn't work. No, they tell you not to use peroxide because it kills the natural skin. I know, hands off, you're so right. RN, hands off. I'm like, let me pick it. Yeah, preparation H. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, preparation H. So it's hilarious. I had like crusting eyebrows and crusting nose, and I'm like, oh. So anyway, that's my own problem. And you're exactly right there, nurse. Thank you, Lisa, for that. Thank you. Butt cream, exactly. I haven't tried that. Yeah, so I watched all these videos on nose bumps and they're hilarious. Try Dr. Teal's. Okay, yeah, I will. It's, oh my God. They're hilarious. All the people online, how they try to get rid of this. One girl's like, if you hang upside down and you do this, I'm like, I don't have time for that. So yeah, zinc, just zinc cream. I bet you that would work. I don't think I have zinc cream. I forget what it's called. Anyway, yeah, it's not a keloid. It's not a gramula. It's called some. She called it something. I can't find it. Anyway, let's see. What's that? Cream for the nose. I use Bacaruberon cream. I have never heard of that. Oh, I'm glad you had a good time with your Englishman. What about baking? So I haven't tried that. I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try. Yeah, I'm willing to try. Thank you, Lisa. Oh my God, for Starbucks. You know that's on the list of like, okay, so anyway, cream with silver, and I could try all of those. Let's see. Are your implants saline or silicone? No, they're silicone. I had implants. I didn't need them. This is so interesting. Y'all are psychic because I called my doctor today. Zinc supplements. Yes, thank you. I will do that. Coconut oil, tried that one. I called my doctor today because my implants are 20 something years old, 21 in a little bit. 21. Tiger Balm, didn't try that. Anyway, they're like 21 years old. Not that I care. There's nothing wrong with them per se, except that that's a little bit old. So he's like, do you want to go bigger? I'm like, he's like, do you want to go smaller? I'm like, he's like, do you want to stay the same? I'm like, like that. So anyway, I was just talking to him because he was, I don't know what size I am because that doctor didn't keep the records. Anyway, my point is I had silicone since I was 19. He's like, do you want to go bigger? I'm like, no, I do not. Yeah, the ones John paid for, the plastic surgery, correct. Yes, those. Here they are, right here. Even though according to the lawyers, it's community property, so he didn't really pay for them, we paid for them. He doesn't get to segregate it out like that. Thank you so much for that. So we had a meeting today with his lawyer, my lawyer, him and I, and it was over Skype, no, over Zoom, a Zoom meeting. And right away, my lawyer's like, so let's talk support for him. And I'm like, are you on his side or my side? Could be a thing. I mean, I might have to do it, but like, is that how you open the conversation? So anyway, no, I'm not giving him visitation on the boobs. Anyway, yeah, so there was a meeting before we went into court, and apparently I had some kind of a little Tourette's during my meeting where I just went like this and said, fuck you, fuck off. And so anyway, I believe I fired my lawyer while on a Zoom meeting. I did. And then she fired me. And then it was a she. And I know she, like, anyway, I talked to another lawyer and he said, I have to make you aware of things, but it doesn't mean we have to go in. We have arguments for things. Like, I felt like she was just wanting me to, like, give in to him, which, you know, whatever. Again, I offered him something 2 days ago, but he didn't want to take it. But anyway, and it wasn't a bad offer. It was more fair to his side than mine. I offered him the whole deal just to tie it up till he dies and whatever. It's fine. But yeah, he didn't take it, but not the point. The point was, luckily, thank you for that. Oh, thank you. He could have one of my silicone. I'm going to bring one of these babies home when I have I'm not having the surgery. My doctor's booked for a long time. A long time. So, I mean, till January. So I'll do that in January. And so he's deciding whether he wants to lift the skin up and make them smaller. And he goes, do you think you can handle that? And I'm like, I don't know who I'd be with smaller breasts. Who would I be? I'm so used to these babies on this body. Then I would think my ass was big again. Yeah. So anyway, hold on. 7, 8. That would be 8:30. Pardon me, client. 8:30 p.m. PT, yes. Yes. Okay. You know, people text me, right? I text them all day. And you're getting them removed. Yeah, yeah. But I can't. I just can't. Well, because he's 76 and he's, yeah, I don't know. Because he's 76, I guess. See, here's the thing, ladies. Just remember this. I mean, it's probably law. I don't really give a shit. But what I give a shit to is during the meeting, I just really felt, and my lawyer was lovely. There's nothing wrong with her, except that everything was like kind of passive aggressive. It was either that or they're a different generation and they're not straight. I need a person just to say, we know you could get this, but here's these facts and here's these facts. She wasn't willing to look at it. She just was willing to like say, you know, let's talk about support. And of course I went bananas and said, fuck you, fuck him, fuck off. And off I went on the fuck rant. You know how it is. You know how I got a new lawyer. I signed up with him today. Because I guess I set myself up. When you are younger, I'm 56. He's 76. So when an older man approaches you, ladies, be very careful, because when they become drug addicts, alcoholics, or choose not to work, or fall down the stairs, or have a mental breakdown, and you're the younger spouse, and you're put in a position because you're there and you do whatever it is you do, you're probably going to get nailed with supporting them, especially if they run their income through your business. Anyhow, not the point. The point was, yeah, hi, you guys. Thank you for the super chats. No, I was dying laughing. I was fucking dying because I told my lawyer I didn't want to do this, you know, and so I went on a little rant. But here's the best thing of these. I don't know if it's a status conference and by the way, this hand cream is fabulous. I don't know if it's a status conference. Yes, but we all had to be there. And my lawyer asked his lawyer, is it okay? My lawyer said to his lawyer, is it okay if I talk to your client? And then she let his lawyer talk to me without saying, yes, you can talk to my client. And I did all the talking. So I thought I would go a little bit bananas because I want to blow it up. So when I don't trust it and I get Tourette's, I will blow it the fuck up. Somebody sent me this hand cream. It's so great. It's called EKOS. Natura EKOS. It's so good. Yummy. It smells so good. Anyway, I blew it up because something in me is like a little 5-year-old. I don't know the smell. Kind of flowery and nice, but not overly flowery. And yeah, I found a guy that's Italian and from New York and aggressive and a martial artist. So it's great. Anyway, that works for me. So he's got, yeah, she's nice, but see, I don't understand that. If it's, Jason probably thinks I should support him. I don't know. No, I don't discuss it with my son. It's not my children's business. It's not my children's business. My children need, which is only Jason, he should not be brought into it. She should have spoken on my behalf. Bobby's like, you're going to be at 5 o'clock this morning. I'm texting Bobby. I said, I feel like, I might go bananas. Anyway, she's like, no. But here's the good thing. At this conference on Zoom, right away, they're like, this can't be used in court. It's illegal. La, la, la. So I'm like, well, the court's not here. So it's time for me to exercise blowing it on up because I just don't want to deal with you and I'm sure she was frustrated because I cussed her out to her face and then said, you're fired. I don't want to deal with you. I'm not doing this. Like, no. No, you have to have that's Friday. We have a full moon. It's the shadow period. Mercury's gone direct. We're in the shadow period. But had a lawyer want me to settle on nothing. Yeah, next lawyer knocked it. Yeah, I don't want to, Bobby knows this. I've asked for nothing. I literally asked for nothing, but John said to me, I'm going to stay in the house till I die and you're going to pay my mortgage. When somebody says that to me, I'm like, so the lawyer, he was pretty good. He didn't even have his camera on. He got to turn it off. So yeah, so, whatever. That happened and I'm a little bit regretful with that because I'm not trying to gouge him. I want to be fair. If I owe him something, then that's fine. But she just, everything she said, she's like, they asked John how long he needs to vacate the commercial building. He's like 1 year. And I'm like, 1 year? Why are we talking about this now? 1 year? No. No, no, no. No, oh, Jen RN. And by the way, preparation H. And Jen RN, I won't touch my nose anymore. I'm lying, of course. Yesterday, we signed the divorce. So my divorce declaration has been signed. I am legally divorced on paper. He finally did it on the 2nd of October. It took that long, and it took me months to get my attorney to do that. And I asked my attorney to change courts in the beginning because I thought that this court might be difficult because they don't want to go to court with this judge. So I'm like, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so that's been signed. Now it's just the property. And yeah, so that, yes, really, it's called a bifurcation. But anyway, all of that aside, as my nose is blowing up and, you know, my brows or whatever, thanks, Bobby. I sent Bobby the paperwork this morning. I'm like, look at this. And she pointed stuff out. And I think, Bobby, you were right when they said there's a deal in the court. I think they expected me to make a deal today. So I felt like that. Then I get Tourette's and I act like a 5-year-old. No, I act like a 10-year-old in the middle of a bus ride who's eaten a bunch of Skittles and the dye's gone to their head. So I started going, fuck you, fuck off, and you did this. Anyway, the lawyer got really pissed and she, yeah, terrible. Well, she got really pissed at me and she wrote something that I'm viciously emotional. That's true. That's fucking true. She said, I'm viciously emotional. And she kept, oh, this is what she said to me in the meeting that was my most pissed off thing. Yes, it was reported to the judge wrong. Oh, she said it's not supposed to be reported to the judge. It's not. She said that. We didn't come to an agreement, so it cannot be, according to her words. So if it is reported to the judge, it's a huge problem. Anyway, I mean, that she'd be lying because she'd be setting me up. She said if we did a deal memo, or not a deal memo, but if we came to a whatever, yeah, I have no idea. No, you know what she said to me? Oh my God, this pissed me off. In the middle of the conversation, she goes, you need to stop going back to the past. I said, no. I said, I'm divorcing because of the past. What does that mean? Why wouldn't I even be divorcing? Because, I mean, what? Why? Should I bring up the future? There's nothing wrong. John and I get along pretty fine right now, but no, I didn't record it. I didn't because I couldn't get it on the Zoom quick enough and what. No, I didn't. But that's what she said. I mean, John heard it. She said it, you know, but I said, I'm getting a divorce because of the past shit. You have to consider what went on over here before you speak on my behalf because. And then she said in the letters, yeah, she said, I think she said I'm viciously emotional. That's true. That's very true. You piss me off. I'm a triple fire sign. Just the mere thought of you asking stupid shit. Yeah, she doesn't want to deal with me. And then, yeah, very passive aggressive. And then she said on the letter, she said, it's the funniest thing. She said, end your mudslinging. I said, mudslinging? I'm telling facts. Like, you can call it mudslinging, but the fact is my dead son's room was robbed and John robbed from inside the house and John got the money and never told me until I asked him. That's not mudslinging. That's 2 years ago and it fucking happened. So it's a fact. So I get to speak about it on here. So there's that. Yeah, she said mudslinging. Yeah. So she was a strange bird, no matter what you need. Yeah, I said that to her. I wrote her a letter. I need you on my side. And she just, her face. No, I'm kind of the mudslinger. I just speak what happens. But the truth is, I mean, I did. I said to John, here's what I said. I did also, and I'm sure they don't know where I'm coming from this one. I said, if John needs support, maybe he could ask his older daughter, older than his wife, since she knows what kind of garter-bound stockings and bra that he would want me to wear to bed, maybe he could fucking ask that bitch for support. And of course, at that point, they've lost their minds on me, and that's it. So I got a different lawyer now. I've got a different one. I fired her. So it is her job to be on my side. Yes, it did, because they went right in right away. And she's like, we'll talk about support. I'm like, do you think I'm dumb, or you want to fuck me over? I don't know. She said she wasn't sabotaging me, but maybe indirectly, but it's passive aggressive. So I know mic drop, right? I'm like, goodbye. And then I'm like, you killed my son. And I'm sorry, I just went bananas. And I said, yeah, I just said what I said. So what I said, I can't help it. And then, yeah, no, Beth, this guy sounds good. I liked him. I talked to him before I fired her so that I would know. And then yesterday I left a call because I said, I'm pretty much going to fire her. I didn't want to do this. So my Tourette's gets in my head. I need someone in my side, obviously. It's terrible. Anyway, I told his lawyer, I'm like, they want me to support him for the money I made after I left the marriage. After. I've been legally separated. I don't know how that works, but you're not entitled. From everything I've read, you're really not entitled to more money. She wouldn't say that. She just kept throwing support at me, and she wouldn't make it clear. So I don't know if it's miscommunication or what. Yes, I did, and I hit it, and now it's black. So there's that. You paid her and she talked like yes, that's how I felt, but I don't know if that's actually true or not. It's really hard for me to tell. This guy, I just said to him, he said, well, you may have to pay support given the circumstances. He said, it's my job to tell you that, but I don't have to like push it out there and hand it to them on a plate. So yeah, exactly. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Exactly. I know, lawyers loyal to bar crown, not clients. Yeah. I guess he doesn't have money. I don't know if he has money or not. I have no idea. I have no idea. Find John a wife. I'm sure he would never get married again. Anyway, I mean, maybe he would. Maybe his daughter could be his wife. Oh God, shut up. Slap. Anyway, I called him a bunch of filthy names. That's true. I can't help it. I get so triggered when you ask me for support. So triggered. I've been paying bills and I can't stop paying them now till we go to court. So what happens to rent money? Well, this is how he looks at. Yes, he wouldn't sign the papers, and I had to get her to file a fucking. She set me up. I feel like she set me up. That's why I fired her right to her face, and I was doing this. The other lawyer was like, "Wow, what an animal you married." Meaning, I'm sure in her head she was like, "Wow, this bitch sounds like an animal." I can't. No, but the law is the law. Like it's a no fault state, so the law is the law. I mean, whatever the law is, it's the law. But the point is, you need to go in and we need to say, what is John willing to get? Because it's all been about what he wants. What he wants, you know? I mean, what? Yeah, I know. I did react, but I act like a child after a bunch of Skittles. And then she writes me like I'm fucking 5. She's like, and you can go pro per, you can go with another lawyer. Don't do that in court. The judge will throw you out. And I'm like, I'm not going to do it in court. You said this was between us, so I was being myself. I literally was being myself because I want to play your game in this because I don't like your game because I don't believe you. So it's psychic Tourette's. Yeah. No, not the Tourette, psychic Tourette's. Yeah, not Tourette's. Was she sleeping with him? No. No, I don't think that. No. I don't think she'd, no. That I don't think. Some people, I've noticed that some lawyers, they do stuff. I don't know if, yeah, I don't know. No, she wasn't sleeping with him. And she just kept saying, yeah, I think they collude together to get me to back down. And I just cussed them out. And I said, you're fucking crazy if you think I'm doing that. And I said, by the way, I got to find a lawyer now. So it might delay shit a bit. Dumbasses. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know what to say, you know, whatever. But she has nothing to gain. Yeah, no, I don't think she. No. Maybe she's sleeping with John's lawyer. Those are two girls. It's possible. Neither one of them wanted to go to court, and they kept. But for some reason, I just felt like it was the way she was talking to me. It's like, and her saying to me, you don't need to go back over the past. I said, shut up. I'll go back over the past if I want to. That's why I'm divorcing. I will speak how I want to speak. If I have a problem with the past that I need to bring here, like this, and I'll illustrate this, and I'm going to say it. This is what I'm going to say, you know? Yeah, I feel like she was lazy or something like that. The past is part of the reason the marriage is done. That's what I was trying to articulate. And all we got was that, John had this money and that money and la la la. Anyway, doesn't more, she talks to you like, yeah, she talks to me like I'm her fucking child. I told her to fuck off, is what I said. Don't fucking talk. And by the way, you're in my house on a Zoom. So in my house, I do, thank God they didn't tell me not to use that language. And it's very possible that the two lawyers, yeah, of course they're working behind the scenes. It doesn't work with me because I fucking fired her. Then I wrote John's lawyer and I said, I'm pro per. I'll see you in court on the 27th. When the new lawyer steps in, I'll have him contact you. Mwah. So that's what I said. Yeah, well, when I go into court, I don't want to talk. That's what I said to yeah, they have lunch. I know what they do. I don't want to talk. I need my lawyer to talk. John's reason for not signing the paper was screaming at me with a big no, not until the property's settled. There's some reason behind the scenes, but now I don't have to settle that property until it's a modicum of fair for me. I don't have to, it's pro se, yeah. I don't have to, it's pro se, it's pro per here. It's weird. I don't have to do it. It's pro se in Washington and pro per here, okay? I don't have to settle it as quickly because I'm now legally divorced on paper, which is what I thought. Yes, he's got Social Security insurance, whatever it is. Yes, but he wants to live in my standard of living. So, whatever. I just need someone, just go out there and be as fair as you can be. I haven't asked for anything. I've literally asked for nothing. Never. Yeah, I never asked for anything. No, John doesn't get a pension. We both work for ourselves. Yeah, she didn't represent me. I mean, I had to fight her to get the motion going. I literally had to do that. So it was annoying. But it's just a difference of style. It is what it is. What's interesting about it, though, is it's funny. They side with you. I know the past is what it's about. That's the problem. I was forced to leave my marriage because of his obnoxious behavior. I don't fucking do it. Like, what? She's like, we need to get past the past. I'm like, no. You need to understand it so you can negotiate correctly based on what's happened and within the context of the law. Not just give me away with a sailboat. And I don't even know if that was her intention. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's very bizarre. Anyway, yeah, today, again, he screamed at me about the taxes. Saying the IRS was getting involved, and he probably blew a head gasket. And yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know what to say. But anyway, he screamed at me saying they were coming after me, the IRS. And I'm like, why do you keep saying that? Because I phoned the IRS. I phoned my bookkeeper and I phoned my CPA. And I said, you need to fucking tell me. No, I'm not paying the mortgage now. He is. But I'm paying some of his other bills. So we're still working together. Actually, Kenna's paying our mortgage now. Kenna got roped into being the Guatemalan squat maid over there. Whatever. But anyhow, yeah. I don't know what to say. I just said, why do you keep fucking telling me about the IRS? And I'm like, so anyway, he goes, they can only write off what you do. And I said, my accountant goes through my bank account. She knows what I do because I have one bank account where everything runs through it. She knows exactly. And she's a fucking great bookkeeper. So yes, I'm waiting 6 weeks for the divorce certificate. I'll be posting that on Instagram. Well, they're all living in my house and no one's spoken to me. So I could be dead right now and they don't care. Except John would tell them that. Yeah, as a psychic, do your guides tell you? No. I mean, I have my ideas of where his behavior, but I can't see clearly in that relationship. I can't see clearly. It's just funny. It's a fight, but it wigs me out. It's like, why do you keep bringing up the IRS? Why are you going into divorce court screaming at me about my taxes after you phone your fucking lawyer that used to be my lawyer? I mean, our old accountant. This is what they do in that. Stop bringing up the fucking taxes. Yes, I am having a YouTube divorce party. Not quite yet. I want to check with the court. I'm gonna have the other lawyer check that that's accurate. um, yeah, he keeps bringing it up. Like the IRS is after. I said, do you not think every ex-husband and wife phones the IRS or the income tax or the state board of whatever or the medical board and goes, oh, my ex is the. Do you not think that? I mean, do you not? I don't think John Denver was murdered. I don't know why he didn't put gas in his airplane. That I don't get. But no, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, no, John never thought I'd leave the marriage, and he sure shit. I just leave me. I can't help it. If you are not on my side, I can feel it. And then I just start like a clown, being a clown. And it's just a problem. It's a problem with me. I know. It's just a fucking problem with me. This is a problem. I have a problem. I can't be serious. They want you to be serious. They're all wearing whatever clothes they're wearing. I'm still wearing the same clothes I wore this morning when I did that. I can't help it. I don't want to be serious. Unless you're helping me, I don't want to be serious. I really don't fucking want to be serious. I think it's funny. What are you going to do? Kill me for having a personality, for telling you to fuck off? What are you going to do? Say I'm inappropriate, I'm brash, I'm ghetto? Okay. Welcome to ghetto. Anyway, I'm ghetto then. Whatever. I mean, that's how I speak. And you were in my house, and that is how I speak. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, John definitely has something to say about the IRS and what I owe, and I don't know what it is. We've gone through my records. I can't, but I mean, yeah. Kenna needs to go. Yeah, well, I'm in the ghetto. Like, I'm going to tell you, fuck you and fuck off if I don't like it. And I'm sorry that educated people in the 9 to 5 box don't like it. But like I said today, you can't really hold me on the work that I do, because I could have a mental breakdown and not be psychic, right? I can't. I'm court ordered to pay them right now what I've been paying. I can't stop. It's on the court order right now. And this new lawyer I talked to, listen to what he said right off the bat. He said, wait a second, how old is your husband and ex-husband? And I said, 76. And he goes, wait, you sound so young. How old are you? Because this was on the phone. I've talked to him twice, and I meet him next week. Anyway, he said to me, I said 56. He goes, oh, you're entitled to retire too. He went right there for my protection, being an older woman and retiring. She never fucking said that. She never looked at me. It was only about John's age and his health. I'm like, what's fucking wrong with you? Yeah, he went right there. My lawyer just told me that John's lawyer was getting paid $300 a month by John. And I'm like, why are you telling me this? Like, I don't even believe that, but why are you telling me this? Yeah, he went right there to your retirement age. Like, you're 56. I deserve to be taken care of too. That deserves to be a consideration. Yeah, right? So I liked him. Hi, Bethany. Oh my God, my favorite nail polish, number 71. 71, and it's Gel-X, I think. No, Gelish. Look, no, it's Camira. You guys, it's gel polish. Let me tell you the name. It's so good. Anyway, you live and you learn. I don't want to be mean. I just want to be fair. If the court decides it's fair, and by the way, I offered to pay shit for John 2 days ago. Privately, I gave him an offer to stay in the house till he dies with one contingency, not sell anything. I'll take no money till he dies. And he wouldn't do the deal. He wouldn't take that deal. I had one thing I said. I said, if I'm to keep you in that house, because I deserve money if we're divorcing, I deserve that. I deserve that. Just like you do, I do. I said, if you live in that house till you die, and I'm paying for that, then you can't have the roommates that you have right now in that house. You cannot have that house like that. That's the only contingency, and he wouldn't do it. So he wouldn't do it. I literally offered him that. He would not do it. I said, you can stay there till you die. I'll write it up in a trust. I mean, your lawyer can write it up in a trust. He wouldn't do it. I said, I am not paying for a house where Jason, Kenna, and Lila are living. It's going to be an empty house if I'm paying bills. Sorry, wouldn't take it. And I have a right to say that if I have to pay for everything and go years without getting my money, right? So anyway, no, he doesn't. If he does, I don't know if the judge knows. I'll tell my lawyer I offered that. I offered him that. I cooked him dinner and offered him that 2 days, and he wouldn't do it. He's like, no. So see, he's the one that wants it, and he's acting like he doesn't. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, reverse world. Reverse world. You said it many times, Carol, and I did. No, they have no business living there, and it's a hoarder house now, and they're all in Keith's room, and you know that's pissing me off. So yeah, he didn't want that. He didn't fucking want that. I'm going to tell you the Polish name. He didn't want that. That was my offer to him. That was my offer, literally. You don't have to worry about shit. But I'm not going to fight my son in a lawsuit after you die in order to sell that house. That has to be dealt with now. Period. And he wouldn't accept it. I said, we don't have to sell your business, or we can sell it. Not your business, the building. You know, we don't have, and he would not accept it. I offered that. That's straight out there. Yeah, he wouldn't. He said he's not going to have the tenants in that house move out. And here's the thing. No, I'm trying to be fair. He's a 76-year-old man. I'm literally trying to be fair. But if I'm paying bills in that house, then, and he's staying in it and I'm losing income, then I get to choose. The only thing I'm asking is to choose that the house not be occupied by the current renters, because no. Right? And 4 out of 5 dentists agree, I know, right? So that's all I agreed to. That, I mean, that I said it straight out. I will call my lawyer, have her write. We'll get a trust. There's some word for it. Yeah. So they can't be in there. It's a drug hoarder house. No. And it's Keith's room, and they all lied about it and snuck in there and didn't tell me they signed a lease with John. It's half my house and half the lease. They didn't tell me that. They snuck in and got rid of Keith's shit in the backyard, and I don't forget that. I don't forget that. You don't get to take over my house, and then what John's trying to do is live in the house till he dies and then make me deal with his child, because he's promised the house to his son. That's what's going on here, and that has to be cut right now. I believe that's what's going on. So it's not that Jason doesn't get everything. Jason gets everything when we die, obviously. Yeah, no, they don't have financial consideration, but John's told them that. And I'm pretty sure Ken is paying the bills. So she's the Guatemalan squat maid. That's what I used to call myself, as I cooked and cleaned, got on my knees, and they watched me jackhammer the floor and never fucking lifted a finger. Besides that, I don't care. But yeah, because John told them they're going to get the house, and John figured if he signed a lease with them, that would stop me from selling the house. That's what John thinks. And that's not what's going to happen, because that's bullshit. Half the lease should have been mine. 50-50. Yep. I know, Bobby, you know, this new lawyer, Bobby, you'll like him. I'll send you his picture. I know, Rascal. But Rascal, honestly, her mother made a bad move, and they threw Keith's shit out. I'm sorry. I just don't. I'm sorry. I just don't. I mean, I'm trying to forgive it, but I'm having a real hard time. Yeah, oh, yeah, they signed. But see, I'm supposed to be on the lease, so it's illegal. You can't really do that. I know, weak men are pathetic who take money from women. You got that right. It's terrible. I can't remember the name of this polish. It begins with a C. Anyway, it's 07. Look at it. It's so great. I do need a new life, Peter. That's correct. I'm now legally divorced. I just have to settle the child's living in a drug house pretty much, or whatever. I don't want to say that, but, you know, I've said it. I've said it to the entire family. I can't. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not there. But what I do know is if you're going to stay in a house and I'm going to agree to that because I have 50-50, then you have to contend to one thing. One thing. And I'm legally divorced on paper. According to the court system, I mean, it takes 6 weeks to come back, but it's supposed to be bifurcated. Kenna's exactly where I was. You're an abused woman in that house. It's not good. No woman should be working, cooking, cleaning, and doing everything in a house. No. And Jason, yeah. Of course they're backstabbing me. No one gives a shit about me in that house. I don't care. Keith did. Keith was the only person when I moved out. He helped me move this table, the one I'm sitting at, my Keith. I asked him, can I take the kitchen table? He was the only one that would sit at it. It was the table that I read at through their whole childhood. We had all of the, thank you for the super chat. We had all of the clients at the house and all the Christmas dinners. This little table, it's got a piece missing out of it because I had to make it small. You know how you can make it real big. Anyway, but that's my son. Yeah, don't go in Keith's room and throw Keith's shit out. And then John tried to say I took a shit. I'm like, I didn't take Keith's shit. Liars. So I love my son unconditionally. I love my rascal and Kenna unconditionally, but don't fuck with me because I will set boundaries. Yeah, she might. There's no dollar signs. They're not getting my house. I should have known they moved in. They all stopped talking to me. So, yeah, no, I'm not saying I'm mistreated. It's my fault. I'll warn y'all again. If you don't clear your childhood trauma, you will marry it and you will continue to fight. This lawyer was doing that shit to me, telling me how to talk, telling me that maybe she's trying to do that. But if you're speaking for me on my behalf and I feel safe, then you can speak for me and I'm not going to open my fucking mouth. I don't need you to speak like you're speaking for him and I should acquiesce 100% to him. Bullshit. No, and I'm completely fair. I've asked for nothing and tried to give him the whole house till he died, which is what he requested. So I'm not even listening to that. It's fucking ridiculous. So thank you, Eric. Thank you. Yeah, Kenna stopped talking to me. I took Lila to Palm Springs. It's because I had to keep harassing her to call me. And she's like, I'm just busy. I'm working. And she is. However, we used to talk more. And she's like, I can't get in the middle of you and Jason. And suddenly they're all living in my house. Took me 3 months to find out. But I knew it. But it was Catherine on here that sent Bobby an email. Totally cool. No, she's a Pisces. You know how Pisces are. But I'm not going through anything now. I'm legally divorced on paper. I got my way with that. I got my way. He said I wasn't going to get that. I won that one. I win. I got that. He's kept screaming, no, you can't sign the divorce on paper. Yes, the fuck I can, and I did. So that's done, and the property's not settled. So you tried to hold me hostage. This is a problem with people. Yeah, John's father lived to be 90. I don't care. I was willing to let him live there. He's 76. I understand that. I get that. It's the father of my children. I didn't have a problem with that. But you have to give me one thing I asked for. One thing. I asked for nothing else. I didn't get a honeymoon. I've asked for nothing else. I've paid shit back year after. No, I asked for one thing. I don't want my son under the influence in that house. And they took over Keith's room. I don't like that. Sorry. Sorry. Kenna and Jason both. They're both adults. Why are they living in my house? And Kenna's probably getting fucked over money-wise. She's probably paying a shit ton of money. I got my divorce on paper. The bifurcation on paper. If you give yourself to a man like that, I did it for 35 years. They will wring you out like a napkin, smack you in the head, never defend you, and fucking scream an inch from your face like that, pull a gun on you, choke you, hit you, punch you, whatever it is, okay? I don't know what it is. But I did that for 35 years. I mean 30, whatever, 33. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to give yourself to a man, ladies. You don't want to do it. You can be friends with a man and you can do whatever you want to do, but you don't want to just be for the man. That's ridiculous. Yes. No, I'm not on the deed. He got my name off the deed, but it's been agreed in court. It's community property. It's provable. He kept taking my name off the stuff. Let go. Yeah. Eventually I'll have to let it. See, you're talking like the lawyer now. You're going to have to let this go. Fuck. You're going to have to let the fact go that Keith died. No, I'm not going to let it go. Nobody's going to let go shit till it's settled, okay? Like, don't do that. Don't say you're going to have to let it go. I don't have to do anything. And it's still in the middle of it. It's been 3 years. So do I get to verbalize it? And if you don't want to hear it, get off the channel. But I don't have to let shit go. And I'm never letting Keith's death go. So, yeah. I was married for that amount of time. Absolutely. Yeah, well, Jason wouldn't be able to buy the house. I don't think he has the credit. But yeah, I don't forget. I'm sorry. You fucking threw my dead son's bed out the backyard window. Like you threw it in the backyard, lied to my ass, lied to me, and then just basically took over the house. I don't get it. I have a problem with it. I have a problem. I know it's so dismissive. Get over it. You don't have to let it go. That's what the lawyer said. She's like, don't look at the past. Shut the fuck up. I will look at the past because the past is not settled till it's settled. That's what abuse cycles do. They never settle the past. Right? They never settle the past. So if you don't settle the past, it's going to ruminate in your head because it's unsettled. That's just it. So I'm trying to settle it. I'm trying to settle it. That's all. Yeah, I found a good guy. He seems good. What makes you think he's doing drugs? I think they're all doing drugs. Sorry, it's true. What makes me think they're doing drugs? Normal people don't act like those people. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I know John did drugs for a long time. I know. Yeah, John tried to tell me I threw my dead son's shit out. I took it. I stole it. He said, you took all this stuff. No, I didn't. No. Yeah, I don't say you can't say get over it. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Here I go again. I went on a rant. I think the judge is going to split it. I'm all for splitting it. But remember this. I offered John to have the house and anyway, he keeps screaming at me about my bills and what I owe and you can't write that off. I'm like, isn't that up to the government? Like, don't they have guidelines and CPAs know the guidelines? Like, you're allowed certain deductions. Sorry, it's a true story. It's a true story. It's just constant. It's okay. It'll be gone. No, it's gone. I'm just saying it was the funniest thing today. Yeah, I guess Jason doesn't like, I don't think Jason and I get along. I wasn't a good mother to him because I didn't let him, yeah, Jason's been sour. Yeah, yeah, he's been soured. He's sour against me. It's fine. But as I was saying, when I moved out, Keith was the only one that checked on me to make sure I was okay. Keith came and moved this table into the house, checked my place out, talked to Johnny, the mover, not Johnny that broke his leg when he fell off the roof. And so Keith sat up here and helped me move the last load of stuff into my house. That's what Keith did. And then after Keith died, right after Keith died, a day and a half after Keith died, where I was looking for a hug from my husband, right? I got told that Keith hated my guts for taking the kitchen table. I got screamed at about that. Don't think I forget that either. Because he helped me move the kitchen table in here. So, no, John wants to prove I make a lot of money so that he can ask for more money for support. Yeah, I think John should get done that. Yeah, that's what Keith did. No one else did. No one came up here. No one checked on me. Keith did. On his own volition. Mom, I'll come with you on the last load of stuff. Obviously, we were working all day, right? No, I'm happy by myself. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, I'm great. Ladies, if you can be by yourself, I go hiking. I can dance at night. Oh my God, you know what I signed up for? Totally doing that. This is what I signed up for. I've got 1 year. Yeah, John is a liar. No, but that's what he said. A day after Keith died, I was distraught. And I'm just now having emotional reactions. I suppose the lawyer would tell me to get over that and not go past it. But, if her kid were to die, I would dare her to get over that. Because she wouldn't fucking get over it, okay? Anyway, I'm expressive. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't. I love California. Yeah, I love the nature in California, Peter. It's really beautiful, the mountains. But guess what I signed up for? Okay, so I had no arms, y'all, because I got little spindly arms. My bottom side is real sturdy because I run, but I don't do anything up here, right? No arms. So I have a new project I'm doing, which I'll let you know. I'm costuming right now. And so I needed to get my arms in strength. So it's been 7 years since I've been to the gym. I joined this gym and I said, okay, you have trainers. And they're like, yeah, we have two. The guy at the front desk gave me two names. So I messaged both of them. told him what I need. The first trainer messaged me back and he's like, do you mind if I ask how much you weigh? So I'm like, okay, 130, 5'6", and I'm 56, right? I think it was 129 that morning, but I'm probably 130 now. Whatever. If I eat too much salt, I go up to 130. So, and I said, I'm a long distance runner, like mountain climber, but I'm not like, haven't done weights in 7 years. And he's like, okay. And I go, my diet's good. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. Never heard back from him. Second guy, the second number I message and I tell him, I don't tell him that. He didn't ask that. I went in and met him and I'm like, oh, I like this guy. Cause he's been a professional bodybuilder, but he doesn't do that anymore. He's a kid to me. Anyway, he does that. And so I've been training arms with him. Okay. Like we've been literally, so this is my second week. I'm doing the training all the way through to Christmas. He's got me doing planks that are torture. Have you ever done? No. Oh, you take belly dancing. So cool. He's got me doing planks. He's got me doing pull-ups. He's got me doing, oh my God, everything on a side. I don't even know. He has to show me. Anyway, he's got 5'11" and growing. Beautiful. He's got me doing all of that. Meanwhile, I'm taking my other, I'll just give you a hint, choreographed classes at night for the project I'm doing. And then I have another project. I know this is so cool though. Like we do planks and he's like, how's your eating? I'm like, well, do you mean ice cream? Is that what you mean? And he's like, yeah, we're not eating sugar. We're going to eat eggs, whole eggs. We're eating salmon. We're eating chicken. We're eating our protein shakes, all of that. And so anyway, I'm not doing Dancing with the Stars. It's nothing like that. But I'm literally choreographing with a girl. No, not pole dancing. I'm choreographing with a particular girl and she's working on what we're doing. We're choreographing this thing for a show. We're doing that. And then next March, this is what we're doing. This is different. So I decided, I saw these beautiful pictures of this 75-year-old woman and she was doing aerial, like in the circus, the rings, aerial trapeze work and fire eating. And I'm like, I want to know how to do fire eating. So I signed up for that in March. So I'll be doing all the aerial work and it's so beautiful. It's in Joshua Tree and you go there and you do the aerial work and they literally take pictures like with the fire and the fire bath. Yeah, I want to know how to do it. Anyway, she has a retreat. So I put money down and I'm just saving. So yeah, and I want to show you the fire picture because she did a fire bath and I said, because I'm scared of the fire. Ever since I met her, I'm like, I don't want to do the fire. But you know what? Why should I be a coward and not do the fire? I got to learn how to do the fire. And my friend Deborah does fire eating. Bring a fire. Let me show you this, Bobby. This is so cool. She just did a retreat. I missed this retreat because I was too busy with stupidity. Too busy with the stupid. Okay, let me see. Yeah, let me see. It's called Fire Retreat. But this is her. Look, she's in a fire bath. Isn't that great? Look at that. She showed me how you do it. Look, that's the fire bath. Isn't she beautiful in there? Yeah, there you go. Isn't that cool? Fire bath. So I'm like, how do you do that? And she's just sitting there. So, yeah. So, and here's some of the nighttime pictures. Like, there's one of the fire rings. Look, y'all. This is what we're doing. I'm not going to be this good. This girl was actually an aerial acrobatics. There were some girls that came from Canada. Look at this. This is the mountain I run, y'all. Look, the fire. They're learning how to use the fire wings. Those are fire wings. So that's what this bitch is doing in March. So yeah, it's so cool. She's going to teach me how to do it. And it's like, she teaches, her name's Kat. Anyway, she teaches, like, she gets you doing the aerial work and all of that. So I literally have to be able to pull myself up. So I'm like, shit, I cannot lift my arms. Her name's Vixen. If you look up Vixen online, that's who she is in her stage name, but she's Cat in real life. Anyway, I have to be able to pull myself up on the aerial thing, and I had no strength. So, oh, you have taken classes with her. There you go. You know exactly. Then you know what my plans are for this coming year. If you've taken all her classes, I'm not giving away everything. But anyway, I had no upper body strength. So that's a problem, right? But I want to know how to eat fire. I don't know how they do it. All she told me is in the bathtub. Yeah, the fire scares the shit out of me. What she told me is they put kind of cold water in the bathtub, and then they put a layer of like soap, dish soap, right? Thank you, Eric. Oh, thank you so much. They put like a layer of dish soap, and then they put a bubble of butane. This is what she told me, like butane by the ankle, by the knee, and maybe by the hip. And when you light the butane, it runs right down the leg. So you're consumed in it, but then you can just go under the thing. Spitfire, exactly. I know. Eat spicy food. Oh, I love salmon. But anyway, it's super fun. And you know, if you've taken Kat's classes, you know. So I'm super excited about that. And I love Kat. And so like this kind of thing. And look at the backdrop. It's my beautiful mountain I hike. So look, you got to be able to crawl up on that. I got to be able to do this. So I am training myself. So let's everybody train ourselves at something we didn't do. Because it's super hard. I have no, oh, look at that. I haven't even seen this. This scares the shit out of me. this is scaring me. That's a person on a rope on fire. And they're totally fine, y'all. There were some Cirque du Soleil people there, of which I'm not, clearly. I'm just showing you, but look at this cute girl. This is all I want to do for a while. I just want to see if I can do that. I just want to see if I can do that shit. So I had to build upper body strength. So I said to my trainer, we've got till February. I need to like literally be able to do pull-ups, like 10 of them where I can hold on. He said, well, we're going to train you to hang. And so that's what I'm doing. Oh my God. Bye, Bobby. Yeah, the internet's going crazy. So I'm accident prone too, but yeah, it's going to be super fun. I know it. That's just a goal. I just have to have goals. So that's the one that's the one goal. So I'm literally practicing pull-ups like I've never done them. I'm doing everything with the upper body. The lower body's fine. I mean, I don't know about my coordination, but anyway, physical is necessary, but yeah, I have to have a little bit more stronger. You can hang. You're hanging with us. I know. I think it's going to be super fun. I think it's super fun. So I'm just training like hard so that I can do that. Yeah, it's just, we're doing upper body. I'm like, don't tempt me with leg workout because I fucking love leg workouts. Like I'm the bitch that loves doing legs. 200 pounds, 250 pound squats, love it. Deadlifts, love it. Not a problem. Upper body, I can only do like, oh my God, we did everything. We did curls, we did whatever and whatever guy shit. Yeah, my arms are being worked right now. I'm trying. I'm getting little baby teeny muscles. Thank you for that. Thank you. So yeah, my coordination's not good either, but she's helping me with a lot of stuff. That's why I say she's choreographing stuff for me so that I can move right. That's all. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just really practicing. So we should be good. I literally, I don't know if you all have this, but do you ever try to open a can of something and you can't open it because you're not strong enough in your hand? Yeah, I'm not really sore. I notice we're working my back too. Thank you, Bobby. We're working the back because like when you turn around, I have nothing but Keithy and Jason on my back. I have nothing. So he's working so that I get my back. So it's all strong, which is really good because you don't want to throw your back out. Ashley's super strong. Ashley, you do the yoga. You're super strong. Oh my God, 300-pound deadlift. I can't do that much. My sleeve's coming. I got a hold of Ruger. I just have to book my time. I believe Ruger is back up and running. Yeah. I've got to take a breath. Oh, Ashley, I do have to take a breath. But anyway, it's fun. Let's core strength. Oh, those are those planks oh my God, y'all do those planks? Do you know how to do those planks? All of y'all, go in your kitchen. They're obnoxious. Put your arms straight out in front of you with a fist like this on the ground, okay? Like you're on the ground. Put your elbows up and put your elbows under your shoulder and then straighten your body out and put your body like this far off the ground and hold it 45 seconds. I dare you to do that. Oh my God. So I had to do like 5 sets of that. I was like, I don't like you and I don't like these. 45 seconds each time. And he's like, okay, another 45. Okay, another 45. I'm like, I don't like you. Wait, what? I love planks. It's the hardest shit planks are, Vanessa. Super hard. Oh my God. That's why I avoided them. Lunges. I love lunges, Ashley. Come on. Do y'all take the weights and do the lunges where you throw your arms up opposite legs? I love lunges. I could lunge from here to Chicago. Lunges are the best. Maybe if I'd be running from the cops. Yeah, no, it's super fun. Super fun. Yes. Look up plank dance. Oh my God, I can't. I'm just trying to get stronger at my age. I'm probably not going to be like super strong, but just stronger. Yeah, does it have to be? Oh no, go wherever. Go in your living room. Go on the carpet. Go on a yoga mat. Go on your front lawn. People plank everywhere, I think, don't they? No, they said planks are better than crunches. Planks hit you right, like right, look, right here. Planks hit you right there. They hit you right there so hard that you're like, stop with the planking. They don't even do crunches anymore. They're just all about planks. Core strength planks, planks and planks and planks. Thank you for that. Oh my good, Eric, good. Walla Walla, Washington. Yeah, planks, planks and planks. Will you answer a health question? It depends who it's about. Planks are hard. Oh my God. Burpees, and those are worse. Oh my God, right? Where you jump up, don't you jump back, jump up and down? I've done burpees. I just haven't stayed on the ground planking. Never met a plank I liked. Me neither. They're horrible. Yeah, the planks are like, oh no. Anyway, I'm super trying. You still do the crunches? No, they told me in the gym. They're like, yeah, crunches is what? What sports did you do in school? I did hurdles and cross country, swimming, not swimming in school, just swimming after school, and cross country, hurdles, and like relay race and that kind of thing. But I was more of a distance runner. So meaning, I was a little, I won, I did win. I mean, I was good. I was quick. But quick at a distance, not quick. Not quick in like sprinting quick. 30-day plank challenge, 4 minutes. Oh my God, those planks. I'm being tortured by planks. I know. We don't like planks. You don't like the planks. No, absolutely not. So let's see this new moon that's coming up. Hi, Mew. She's been talking all day. Burpees are just terrible. Distance runner, not many anymore. Oh, I just love being outside in the distance. You know what I mean? It's so much fun. Gangs do walking the plank. I know, right? Pisces, man, I have no comment. I don't know. Pisces, well, Jupiter and Neptune are in Pisces, I believe. Watch, I'm going to try to catch her. Oh, what's up? It's Mew. Oh, pfft. Mew. Oh, Mew's mad. She's like, don't touch me, she says. I tried to bring her up. She's mad. Yeah, battle rolls are good for arms. Oh yeah, I bet. Mew's super mad. She's mad. She's like super mad. Yeah, there's an Aries full moon coming up. So what day are we? I feel like I'm in hell. The full moon is Sunday, the 9th of October, and it's in Aries. So it is a full moon in Aries on 40. Oh, happy birthday, 45, Andrea. That's super duper young. Super young. Hold on, I gotta get off screen for a sec. Super young. All right. I have to get where I can read the better thing. Weird vibes. Oh my God. I got so weird. I was so immature today. They probably think I'm a psychopath. But, you know, I've got to have fun. And if I want to tell you to fuck off, I got to be able to tell you to fuck off. Like, if I can't do that, I can't be myself. And you are in my house on a Zoom. Like, you're coming into my house. That's how we talk over here. Sorry, it's a true story. Don't get mad. Don't hate. I'm trying to learn something. I'm trying to be good. But you know what? I don't think I can do it. I just don't think I can do it. I'm not ready to do it, to be an adult yet. I've been an adult. I tried to be... I'm not a psychopath, I know. I've tried to be an adult, teach my kids not to do drugs, not justify it. Stand up for myself, and when somebody says shit to me, I can't let it go. That's true. I can let it go, but if it doesn't stop. Anyway, not the point. The point is sometimes I just have to say it when I feel like you're not in my best interest. Sorry, true story. Okay, so October 9th, we've got the moon at 4 degrees and 38 seconds of Aries. So look for cardinal planets at 4 degrees and 38 seconds in your natal chart. Cardinal planets are your Aries, your little Cancer crabs like Lulabelle. She's already acting up. Little Cancers. Your Libras and your Capricorns, right? I think she should have come out and said, we need this to be fair for Sloan. This new lawyer said, you're 56. You deserve consideration at 56. I never heard her say that once. I had to say it to her because Deanna told me to say it. She didn't give a shit. She didn't give a shit. She wasn't going at it that way. Which is weird. You're a woman. Like, don't you want to help? Apparently not. Apparently the hell not. All right. So we've got the full moon. Oh, wait. It says 16 Aries 33. The full moon, sorry, 1633. And it goes full. I don't even know what time it goes full. Anyway, it's full on, as I'm spitting. Yes, full moon. I just said cardinal signs. Your cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Okay, so there, you guys are going to be affected. Anybody with an Aries sun, moon, or rising. That would be John and Jason. Pretty much going to be hell this weekend. Yeah, don't answer the phone. Hello, ring, ring. I'm sorry, I can't. What? Wrong number. Okay. We also have Jupiter retrograde at 5 degrees. Oh my God, Jupiter's in Aries. It's not in Pisces. Why did I think it was in Pisces? Jupiter is in Aries at 5 degrees of Aries. Oh, that's September. I'm looking at the wrong thing again. Jeez. Louise. Jupiter is at 2 degrees of Aries, retrograde. Saturn is at 18 Aquarius, retrograde. Uranus is at 18. Oh, we're back to that again. We're back to that Uranus, Saturn. And Neptune. Okay. Uranus and Saturn are both at 18 degrees. That means they're traveling together in a fucking square, all right? So wherever Taurus is in your chart, in the mid to late degrees, okay, so 3 degrees before 18 and 3 degrees after, she's going to sit on Keithy's jacket again. You got to watch that in your chart. Jupiter's at 2 degrees of Aries, and we have Neptune. Neptune at 23 Pisces. Yep, so Neptune's at Pisces, so look for those degrees. But the full moon in Aries, so what does a full moon in Aries mean? Full moon in Aries. Well, Aries is the sign of war, rules the planet of Mars, ruled by the planet of Mars, sign of war. So it's warring aspects, okay? Mew? Maybe Mew has daddy issues. She's looking for her Keithy. She's looking for her Keithies. I'm glad you had fun at your niece's. She's looking for Keithy. Yeah, Taurus rising, then whatever sign whatever degree your rising is, Uranus is either behind the ascendant or in front of the ascendant, right? Saturn's at 18 Aquarius right now. We got that shit. We got that shit. And we got shit. We got shit. It's all shit. We got Mars getting ready to go retrograde. Yes, my Aries rising sun's always at war with me. And guess who blamed me for that? John blamed me for that, saying Jason's fucked up because he breastfed. Why wouldn't I breastfeed my kids? But he blamed me for it. I breastfed him too long. That's Jason's problem. Not really, because I breastfed both my sons. So Always blame Sloan. Yeah. Cats can astral. It makes sense now. Yeah. I breastfed both my boys. And it's not a problem. He blames me for fucking everything. Everything. I got to stop talking about him, though. You're right. Yeah, Tallulah's a good little girl. A little bit stubborn. Exactly. Little bit stubborn. There she is. Mew. She's on Keith. Look at those ears. Look. Look. You see that right there? You see those little ears? Yeah. Well, here's what John said tonight as he was screaming at me. I just have to repeat this because I feel sometimes like I'm crazy. I can't understand it. Then I think maybe I'm fucking selfish and I'm the bitch. But I had to move out of my married house because of his behavior and screaming at me. I didn't move out for a man. I didn't move out for anybody. It put me at a loss, but I was eating dinner in my car and getting suicidal again. So I finally got the balls to leave. That's a true story. And it has nothing to do with him. I had to leave, okay? Meaning I felt like I had to leave. So I left with money I had to make to leave. I had to refurnish a place minus the table and do all of that because I left with nothing and he wouldn't let me take anything out of the house except for my personal purses and clothes and whatever. So I wasn't allowed to take anything out of the house, right? So tonight he says, I'm going to stay in the house because I've had to pay bills while you've been making money for the last 3 years. I've been spending money. And I'm like, are you mentally ill? You forced me to fucking leave. He sees it just from the perspective of I left and therefore he had to spend money because I wasn't there to pay bills. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, definitely. This was a trap. I used to write hostage. Keith would come home and say, why is hostage on the mirror? In big pink lipstick. I'm like, I'm a fucking hostage. Yeah, well, that's what he would do. But when I hear that, I wonder, is that accurate? But why isn't it the same for both of us? Like, we both have to pay rent. We're separating. You can't go claiming shit in court because you had to pay rent, you idiot. I had to pay rent. I'm not trying to claim my rent. I mean, I'm just like, oh my God. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I feel crazy. Check your bills. We don't have anything together. Unless he stole my Social Security. They tried to open a credit card under Keith's name after he died. I reported it to the credit unions. I had to report against my family for that. I didn't want them opening in Keith's name because they stole his money out of his room. That really fucking trips my head out. Really fucking trips my head out. And he took the fucking money out of the room and didn't say anything until both a male and female friend whispered, took less than 24 hours in my ear, psst, 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 and I went, right while he was lying on the couch, did you take money out of Keith's room? And he looked so shocked. And then he gave me $2,700 for the funeral. Wasn't going to offer it up, though. Wasn't going to offer it up. And now he says, but I gave you money for the signs. You gave me the second bout of money on a credit card, true? But that trips my head out. Like, I really shouldn't be in public talking about that. I have a real problem with that. I have a real problem. Literally, Keith's brother, Jason's girlfriend went in that fucking room. Other kids, robbed it blind, gave John the money. Keith was dead 5 minutes. I mean, really? It still flips me out. I have a lot of anger about that, obviously. So your son, yeah. So, well, no, John kept the rest of the money. It was 10 grand. No, you guys helped pay for Keithy's funeral. I had put the money out. I'd already put the money out. I was working. I'd already paid for, you remember I paid for a forensic photographer to go to the morgue and take pictures of Keith's body because you can't get them released from the coroner's office. And I needed to know what happened to him because we didn't know right then. You know what I mean? I know John is a victim. So, and that lack of moral character, big time. They stole whatever weed and drugs in the room and all that shit. But all of that aside, I had already put out $3,000 for a forensic photographer. I'd already paid for signs. I'd already paid for the cremation. I'd already done that shit. And no, do you know what I'm saying? And then you guys came along with the Melody put up the GoFundMe. and we were able to get the bench and then be able to pay for a little bit of the lawsuit and stuff like that. So it was really weird because I literally just put it out without ever thinking of going in his room and looking to rifle through his room to steal money. I just didn't cross my mind. It just didn't fucking cross my mind. And it really fucks my head up. It actually fucks my head up. I need a therapist big time. Anybody a therapist out there? I need a fucking therapist for that. It was so, it fucked me up. Like I was so angry. Oh my God. I couldn't, I literally was like, and two of Keith's friends actually came and told me, one male and one female, whispered it in my ear and said, by the way, that's why I get so mad. And I'm like, fuck you, you're not living in the house. But I still try to be kind. I did. Anyway, into a 400 per month with my neighbor's sister. Been trying. Oh my God, Jen. Yeah, just get a bifurcation, split the property next time. Get a motion to file for divorce on paper. It's called the bifurcation. You can do the property later. He can't hold you hostage. It's been a year. You need to get divorced. I had to do that. Mine was 3. Yeah, I found it to be I need therapy with that. I'm going to write a book about it, but I'm literally going to write that because I actually loved my son and didn't think of robbing his room. They're like, oh, we were protecting, what he did in his room from you. I'm like, I knew what my son did. I'm very well aware of everybody does. I found it so disgusting. I don't even know what to say. I need a vacation. I don't even know what to say. I found it so disgusting. Anyway, I'm back on it. But, yeah, no, I gave it to God, but I will get even on earth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. I can't help myself because when you're wondering why shit happens, I'm going to say straight to your face. You remember when you tried to punch me after Keith died, told me I was a coward when I was on the floor after my son's funeral with my hands up? You remember that? That's for that. That's how I feel about it. I'm sorry. Is this normal or not normal? Or am I just supposed to let it go and let people walk the fuck all over me? I can't. Bring in the Pope. No, literally. I just was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, it was the most disgusting thing. I just didn't. It's sociopathic. That's sociopathic. Let's see. First, you need a therapist to tell you you're not wrong. Fucking wrong. Thank you. No, I wasn't able to think about it. I had to just tune it out after it happened. But obviously I talk about it so much. Yeah, it was extremely hurtful. And Keith was telling you guys on here about that shit. I was married 33 years, Betsy, 3 decades and 3 years, and I signed my divorce yesterday, and that's year 35, 34 and a half. Year 34 and a half. That's how long it took me. I had no balls. I was a coward. I should have left when I was pregnant with Keith. I was weak and tried to make my family work because I was afraid to go to court. Don't be afraid to go to court. Don't be afraid to go to court. Don't be afraid. Go to court. When your kids are little, do not waste your time with a man who does not like you. Do not do that. Do not. April 5th. Yes. Well, no, I am Mrs. Bella still, but I'm not his Mrs. Bella. I'm not giving up my last name. That family hates that my last name's Bella. Bella, it is. It's been that way for 30 fucking years. It's Bella. He signed the papers yesterday. No, he signed them on the 2nd. My lawyer didn't get it done until yesterday. Yesterday was the 5th. I would have assumed once it's, well, she told me. So maybe his lawyer didn't send it over. He signed it on the 2nd and maybe she put it on the 3rd. Excuse me. Hey, we talked about that. Don't make me cut your fingernails again. She gets so mad. I can paint them or cut them. It's up to you. I'm officially divorced on paper. Yeah, well, my kids' names are Bella. I'm not going to change my last name. I mean, it's my name. Fuck them if they don't like it. Fuck off. Sorry. Yeah. Oh my God, came off the ventilator and now I can't walk. Oh, Sandy, geez, I'm so sorry. You'll get your walking back. You'll get your walking back. Yeah, liberated. I'm going to throw a party. I'm just going to check on Monday with my new lawyer that's actually factual, but that's what I was told. So I am taking a divorce trip. Unfortunately, the divorce court's coming up in the middle of my trip. So part of my trip I'll take, come back for the court, and then take another part of my trip. Whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, the little glue claw. I know they clawed. You know, she's clawed the furniture. That's why I put, excuse me, blankets all over it because she claws. Yeah. So there's that. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to stop. I'm like, oh, I have to stop. Anyway, yeah, on paper. So I'm officially divorced on paper. I have to wait 6 weeks. But from this point on, I can do whatever I want. I'm not, when you stay married to somebody, and I was talking to several people about this the other day, when you stay married to them, because, you know, he'll never be ashamed. He feels he did me a favor marrying me. That's what he feels. Only in 30 years, I can only remember, I know Banff is beautiful. I can only remember a couple of times where he actually, literally where I didn't have to say, do I look cute? Do I look nice? He would never just say it. He would never say, you're beautiful. Maybe 4 times in 30 years. Other than that, I would have to say, do I look okay? Because it drives me crazy. Now I don't care. No, I don't care. But anyway, you didn't learn French, only Quebec. Well, we had to take class in French, but, you know, I don't remember French. Anyway, legally, but here's the thing. Claw caps, I know. She's over there playing. Let's see. My hubby got divorced from his first wife. Then 2 weeks later, oh, I missed that. Come back. I know, he's so full of crap. Wait, I want to see what she said. Wait, my hubby, and then 2 weeks later, court said he wasn't. That's what I'm waiting for. Exactly. They said they filed the paperwork, but I wouldn't put it past the lawyer to go back and unfile it just to fuck with me. Hey! And oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Then she said I was being aggressive hateful to the other lawyer. I just said I had handed my taxes in and they asked it for me again. And I'm like, did you not send her the taxes? And she's like, well, number 54, whatever. I said, no, I sent you my fucking taxes. Did you not send them? Like, don't get her threatening me with the tax shit. No. You sent them. I sent them to you. Yeah. So there you go. But anyway, here's the point. I don't have a point. I don't have a point. Oh yeah, if you're stuck in a marriage and the man won't sign the divorce papers, because you know why he moves in with another woman and won't sign your divorce papers, is because he doesn't want to marry the other woman. So it's safe to say I'm married. I don't want to be that way. I don't want to marry anyone, but I'm free to marry them. I'm not going to marry them, but I'm free to marry them. So there's that. Yeah, Joe was nice to you. Joe was lovely to you. Oh my God. No, Magic Johnson didn't die. That's a troll. Every day Magic Johnson died. He's still walking the planet. I got news for everybody. Mew. There she is, y'all. She's over there. Mew Mew. Are you challenged? This is full moon cat right here. See? She's after something. What are you after? Someone's playing with her. That's full moon cat. Full moon cat, y'all. Okay, so with Aries, I just went on another tangent. Okay, so for Aries, we've got Aries full moon on Sunday. So what we have to watch for, let's see what time the full moon is. I can't see it on my thing. Let's see. I heard cats. Yeah, they do. They probably do. She definitely is. She chased shit all over the house. She goes in and out of stuff. She's super funny. At night, I hear her talking, and I think she might play with Keith. There's a little, you see this? She goes doing crazy stuff like this. What you doing? What you doing? See, she's looking at somebody over there. Can you guys see her? Mew, what you doing? What's going on? You see her? She's ready to pounce on something. She's really cute. Yeah. Oh my God, 3 Lindas. That's like a weird thing. Yeah, she's so cute. Look at her. Guard kitty. She's darling. She sleeps over here on Keithy's blanket at night. That's where she sleeps. She's on high alert. So let's find out when the full moon is. She is on high alert. Hi, baby. Mama loves you. She's like... she brought a lizard in the other day. Okay, what time is the full moon? What time is the full moon? Okay, let's look it up. Pacific time, y'all. Okay. Wait, October 9th, 1:54 p.m. Full moon, October 9th, 1:54. And it's Pacific Standard Time. 1:54 p.m. Y'all, the moon's going full at that time. So whatever you want to release, put your crystals outside. Cardinal signs, your Capricorns, Libras, Aries, and little Cancer Lulu. All of you all got to watch. If you got Cancer Sun, Moon, or Rising, Aries Sun, Moon, or Rising, Libra Sun, Moon, or Rising, and Capricorn. And in the mid degrees to late degree or middle degrees of Aries, look to see the middle degrees of your cardinal signs. Also look to see where Aries in your chart is. Is it in your 1st, your 7th, your 6th, your 10th? Where is it? And that's where the energy emphasis will break. Full moon, pregnant. Think pregnant. Think of a pregnant moon and think of releasing energy. Pregnant. Okay, so that Aries in the 12th house. Some information, little sunshine, going to be coming up with you. Some hidden information. I feel like there's a ton of hidden information anyway. I reject my Libra. Yeah, we can't. That's like saying you reject your face. You can't reject your Libra. You are a Libra. It's okay. Aries 12th house. That's hard. You got to know what degree. Is it close to your ascendant? Is it going into your 1st house? Aries 11th house. 6th house. That's a health house. 9th house, travel. 8th house, sex, death, and rock and roll. Are you inverted male to female? Why do people ask stupid questions? Why would I be a male? I have a spectacular vagina. Do I have to keep saying that? Are you an inverted male to female? I have a birth video. My vagina is fucking fabulous, okay? It's spectacular because I gave birth to 2 kids. Anyway, I gave birth to 2 kids and I videoed it. So you can actually see their bodies coming out of my vaginal canal from my uterus. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm a chick and I look like a chick. So don't ask me stupid motherfucking questions. Okay? I'm not a troll. Well then, I don't know. Did you ask that dumb question? Are you a man to... I can't, again, help how I look. And I don't have that thing, whatever that thing is. And I actually have video of my kids coming out of my vagina. And before my vagina, the birth canal. And before that, it's attached to a uterus. And it's actually, you can see them being born. But you're going to make me pull up the video and put it on? Is that what you're going to make me do? Because you're going to see Keith's feet coming out of my, And I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. Family jealous troll. Are you a man to female? Male to female? Yes, I am. You caught me. You caught me in my vagina. Oh, you're funny. No, I don't think I look like a male. I mean, I have short hair. Is that how you judge male, or like do you judge by the shoulder width? Because I don't have any shoulders. I don't have that thing. I do have like light skin there though from the tan. What is that thing called? What do you call that thing? Oh my God, Adam's apple. I don't have that. Yes, Keith was breech and he came out feet first and I had a home birth. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God is all I can say. Jason came out after back labor. I've got his video too. Yes, umbilical cord, my little Keithy, my baby Keith. I have no Adam's apple. Had a period for a lot of years. Pretty much let everybody in the community know when I was bleeding. Might have even thrown a tampon at their head. Might have. Depends how they piss me off. Sorry. Women with PMS, you understand, right? Yeah, I know, right? No, people, I think they're just a troll. Yeah, why are Capricorn moms... And Capricorns is a powerful sign. It's a military sign. It's a militant sign. So Capricorn is very business facilitating. So like Capricorn moon can mean the mother's very dominant, like that back labor is so painful. They made me sit on my side and roll around. It took me 3 hours to push out Sherparoo, little pointed head. 3 hours. That's right. Keith came out in like a half an hour of pushing. Chirperoo, 3 hours. And I was like, I do not know how to get this baby out. Like, I don't know what to do with it. So, yeah. And I'm in menopause right now. That's right. So watch your ass. That's what it is. I'm in menopause. I can take no shit. I was crazy in my period days. Hormonally off balance. It's something. Back labor. It's very, well, you know why? I used to call Jason the baby egg. Had a little egg face. So cute. He's such a sweet baby. Anyway, I used to call him the baby egg. But when they do back labor, it's because they're laboring against your back. So you have to turn them around. So their face is down. You have to turn them around so they can come out. That's about another 8 hours. Frozen shoulder. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Adam's apple. Thank you. I split even out. Yeah. Oh, Beth, I said no episiotomy. Yeah. I had a really militant lesbian woman. We had to cut the water with Jason. He was born in the water sack, so they put a little saw knife in the side and then break the water because he wasn't going to let go of the water. But in the first 4 months, his water broke. And so they didn't think he was going to be here. But then he sealed back up and he lived. So, I had this woman named Tanya Brooks. Her name was Tanya Brooks, and she ran a center called the Gentle Birth Center. She had 7 kids. Come to think of it, she went off on a live news show. She was a surgeon. She was Harvard trained, and she was very much about not getting stuck in the establishment. Oddly enough, Kenna's mom had all her kids with Tanya too. I did, Jason and Keith, and she had Kenna, Christian, and Kylie all with Tanya through the Gentle Birth Center. But oh, so cute. Yeah. Did you give birth? Seriously? Yeah, it's on tape. I was asked to film for the BBC. Yeah, it's fucking on tape. John wouldn't let me do it, but it's on tape. Absolutely. Yeah, I really gave birth. It was something else. Oh my God, it was something else. I know. Did you really give birth? Yeah, I had an audience doing it. I did it very publicly. Sloan, who were empaths. I was one. Aw, thank you for that. Under construction. Thank you. No, did you really give birth? I don't know. Did you? Yeah, I did. But it was so funny because anyway, Tanya was very militant, like a lesbian, even though she was married. And she was like, you don't need a cesarean. You can do it at home. And she trained us. Like I was like a Nazi with this. But yeah, I did it. And Jason was my little birthing coach along with John, and my birth mom was there. And yeah, it was something. You hate being divorced. Well, I hate that I had to get a divorce. I didn't get married to divorce my husband, who I loved very much, but I couldn't listen to him call me a 2-bit whore anymore. You know, sorry. Reality hits. I mean, it was a huge problem. Daughter is a doula. Yeah, it's so great. I thought of doing that. You got Uranus, you Taurus risings, Alice V. 4 cesareans. They do that because they say to you, once you have 1 cesarean, they don't want you to do it again. Oh, I was going to talk about the episiotomy. Anyway, with Jason, that little shoulder of Chirperoo's, it ripped me, right? Oh, yes. Aries moon, angry men. Absolutely. Aries, anything, angry men. So Jason ripped me down there, in the privates. So out comes a big needle. The midwife starts sewing me up, and I'm like, what are you doing? Anyway, it went right back together. Good. Never ripped again. Because here's the theory. If you let yourself rip naturally, episiotomy is when they cut you down from your vagina to your butt, the perineum there. When they cut the perineum in order to make it wider so the baby's head can come out. Right. So if your kid has a big fat head, they're cutting that shit. I said no. I don't want to be cut. Let me rip. And people are like, but you're going to rip. And I'm like, that's okay. Because when you rip, right, the rip is jagged. So when it adheres like a scar jagged. Yeah, like my muffin ripping. Well, I didn't want them to cut it because when you cut it, it's a straight edge cut. So that will often re-rip it and you lose feeling there. No, I had never lost feeling. I'm here to tell you. I'm good. And when she sewed it up, yeah, it was an organic rip. That's right, Peter. That's what I did. And when she sewed it up, I couldn't really feel anything. Oh my God, you quit your corporate job. Good for you, Kelsey. Kelsey quit the 9 to 5, the 3D. Good for you, Kelsey. Perfect. Purge everything on the full moon. Purge it. Um, neuropathy going away anytime soon. I don't know what neuropathy is. Oh, just not being able to feel. You got to just stimulate the nerves. Anyway, yeah. So my skin just went back together, right? And I ripped with both my kids, but mainly emergency C-section. Yeah, that's hard. Keith should have been a C-section, but I was too late. There was no getting. I ran away down the street. I was like, bye. I don't want to do this. And John was like, you have to put a top on. You can't go running down the street in a bra with no underwear on. And I was like, I don't want to give birth. I'm done. I tried to escape. I tried to escape. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. I always thought I would have kids. Totally cool. Yeah. Sometimes we think it. I just, yeah. Keith was distressed. Keith almost died at birth. It was a problem. 7-11, good weight. Good weight. My Keithy was 9 something and Jason was 9 something. They're both 9 something, but different 9 somethings. Yeah, I tried to escape. I went into labor and I realized the baby had to come out down there again. I put a purple blanket around my shoulders and hit for the front door and went running. And John's like, you have to. And then he came right up and he grabs me and he's like, we probably need to go to the hospital. Because he knew something was going to be hard with Keith coming out. I'm not going to the hospital. I thought he was trying to kill. I got real paranoid. And down the street I ran. Down the fucking street I ran. John's like, you need to come back in the house. Yeah, oh my God. Of course I'm recovering from Keith's passing and I'm being tortured by idiots. Yeah. 31-year-old daughter. Oh, 5 months pregnant. That's the best. I know. That's so exciting. Yeah, that's so exciting. And down the street I ran. I was like, I'm out of here. Oh my God, 8-6. That's a big baby too. Full moon, Aries. Usually with the Aries stuff, something's going to come up that's going to cause an argument, but it depends what house it's in. So if you have the full moon in your first house, the energy is going to be directed at you. Okay, so if you have the moon in the first house, the energy is directed at you. If you have the moon in the second house, the energy is directed towards your belief systems, your personal finances, and the way that you move through your day. So your goals and your boundaries with how you move through the day. Little Keithy's feet hanging out. I love my Keith. I just literally loved my Keith. You know this. And if it's in your third house, that's your siblings. And that's also local communication, but it's mainly your siblings, brothers and sisters. So it's communication with them and or communication with aunts and uncles. Your parents, brothers and sisters, 11 pounds. Yow, no. 13 pounds. Oh my God, I can't. Oh my God. No. If it's in your fourth house, it's going to hit your home, like the home that you live in. Where are you living? Your home, like where you live. If it's in your fifth house, it's going to hit your children or your love affairs or your creative, okay, or creative. If it's in your sixth house, your pets, your health, your food, and exercise. So you may decide to go on a diet, you may let go of weight, you may gain weight, whatever, that kind of thing. Seventh house, marriage, 9-4. There you go. Big baby. Seventh house, marriage, relationships, and interpersonal reaction with people in your day-to-day life. 11 pounds, 4 ounces. Wow. 11 pounds. That's like a watermelon and a half. That's like a big ass watermelon in the middle of summer that you kind of like, it's a watermelon. And then, okay, if it's in the seventh house, it's your marriage partnerships and people that you are in business relationships with. Somebody that you might be working with, signing a contract outside public business, okay? And if it's in your eighth house, that's taxes, death, and sex, okay? Mediumship, sex, taxes, death, that kind of thing. In your ninth house, that's travel. So your ninth house is higher education or travel. Thank you, Nola girl. Thank you for that. So that's your ninth house. Your 10th house is in opposition to the fourth. So it is your work and your career, but it's also on the parental axis. So it can be one of your parents. okay, in the 4th or the 10th. Can really be one of your parents in that sense. If the moon is hitting your 11th house, that's kind of your goals and dreams. You might get rid of an idea, bring another idea in. Or I was 7 pounds of pure beef. 14, what? I saw a 14-pound baby once. Oh my God. Yeah, well, 9th house is higher education, learning, and all those things. Yeah, absolutely. 11th house is your friends, your goals, your dreams, and your wishes. 12th house, things that are hidden of a spiritual nature and past life hidden enemies. That's what that is. What do you want me to show you pictures of? I can show you pictures. I can definitely show you pictures. So past life hidden enemies. Sloan, what is Lethe? You mean Lilith, the dark moon? I think that's what you mean. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Venus in Libra in the 12th. 29 degree. Let's see. Sloan, my boyfriend, and I weighed 1 stone when Sloan, my boyfriend. What's 1 stone? Like an ounce, like a little baby, like this? Little baby, like that? Is that what that is? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll block her later. 29th degree is considered a pivotal degree. So it's, some depends what sign it's in. 14 pounds is too much. But the 29th degree will make or break a situation. It either will move you forward or push. 1 stone is 14 pounds. Okay, thank you, Tracy. Oh, that's what we're talking about. Oh my God, 14 pounds. I'd like to be a half a stone. I think I'm good with half a stone, thank you. I think the baby's good at half a stone. I think we're good. 7 pounds sounds good. 14, Jesus. Yeah, we're going to ignore the trolls, Ashley. You're right. 14 pounds, shit. 29th degree, you're not getting out of the sign till you really learn the sign. 0 degree and 29th degree. Now, depending on the sign it's in and what it's aspecting to, it can be negative or positive, but it's usually prominent. It's a prominent energy. So 29 degree of any sign is super prominent in your chart. Super prominent. So you will deal with the sign and the degree. Super prominent. Like you're not getting out of it. So you will notice that that part of your chart is affected. Yeah, I know. No, I know. I chose to stay though. The reality is I married the man and I stayed married because I really believed in my marriage. Sloan, your 9th house is Aries, correct? Yes, my 9th. And so is my north node is Taurus. Teach you guys a trick. My north node is in Taurus. Okay? It's in the 9th house. Okay? Technically it's in the 9th house. So it's 8th house Aries in the 9th, and then Taurus, right? And then Gemini coming up on the 10th. Because I'm 29 degree Leo rising. Anyway, no, I can't imagine pushing out a child that weighs a stone now that I know it's 14. But I was very loyal. I love this man. Every day I tried to get him to hear me. I'll wake up and he just wouldn't. So whatever. He lost me. He's only worried about money. I've yet to hear him say, I want you back. I wish you could move back in. I love you. He hasn't said that in 3 years. He didn't say that after Keith died. He didn't say anything. He just said, you know, your son hated you and thought you were evil. That's it. And then he denied saying it and said that I told him Keith told me that. You know that's what that you said Keith said that. I'm like, I never said Keith said that. That's not what I said. Anyway, so I'll teach you a secret. If you're going to get married, okay, if you're going to get married, remember, the 7th house shows the marriage, okay? The 7th house shows the marriage. So, pork chop, so cute, pork chop. Yes, I did. No, do I still work with no, I do not work with Children of the Night. She wanted to put a cease and desist on me. I'm pissing people off. I did a show in 2018, Jim Breslow's show, where I spoke about Epstein Island and I spoke about working at Children of the Night, which I did. I was pregnant with Keith when I left. Jimmy died and I left 3 months after Keith was born because Jimmy had passed, right? Like, no, I think I left the 3rd month after Keith was born and then Jimmy passed, something like that. Or Jimmy was having trouble, whatever it was. So I stopped working then. So that would have been in 95, okay? And I started working there before I had Jason. So that was in 92. Anyway, I was on the Jim Breslow's show, The Spiritual Truth, and we talking about Epstein Island. And their show tagline was, you know, Sloan work, I hate planks now, Sloan work for children of the night. I did. So I said Epstein Island was satanic and pedophilic. There were rituals on one side and pedophiles on the other. So there was blackmail for your perverted, usually men, and the women that love them. And then there was the right side of the island that was satanic, right? Where they did their rituals. Lilith, the dark moon. And so I said that on the show, but I meant it. And this is before Epstein died. And I said, he's probably going to end up dead. So Lois emails me and tells me she's losing donations. She's losing donations because I said that and attached her business to it. And I said, you can't really stop me from saying I worked for you. I mean, I'm sorry that you find me, you know, whatever, but it's just a fact. I did work for you. Like, that's fucking provable. Like, that's part of my life. I did, and I'm still saying Epstein Island is both. Like, I'm fucking sorry. But here's the funny thing about that. At the time that she was saying she wasn't getting donations, she'd already sold Children of the Night property in Van Nuys, and she wasn't even there, and she wasn't housing any kids. So technically, she was still acting like she was taking in kids, but she wasn't. You see, she wasn't. So she moved into an office, I believe, next close to Vivid Entertainment, you know, the porn company, somewhere in wherever. I guess it's Hollywood or Los Angeles or whatever. But here's the thing. She's getting mad she's not getting donations, but you don't even have the shelter anymore, because then my friend bought the shelter. So Lori bought the shelter, okay? So Lori's company paid like 2 million, or maybe it was 5 million, or maybe it was 2.5 million. I can't remember. Just say 2.5 million. Various Sanctuary and the Teen Project. And Lori bought that building. And she's like, Lois not even fucking working here. And Lois was ceasing and desisting me all over the place. And I was just like fucking blocking her. Block. So I know Lori's doing construction on it. And so, no, I don't use that. I'm not that well versed at that. Mm-mm. So that was very interesting. She was just still taking money for that. And she had one girl left that she gave to Lori to put in Lori's shelter. And I believe that girl got murdered by her pimp or something, ended up dead. Little girl. So that's all I can tell you. Thank you, Giselle. Thank you. So she blocked me. But the reality is, if you're in a business that's invested in making money and not telling the truth, because now that I think about it, I was really dumb because I wanted to help street prostitute kids. It's the only place where I felt comfortable in this world, was helping kids before I had my kids that had been on the street and were prostitutes for whatever reason, right? Well, at the time, Lois would, you know, get donations from Hugh Hefner. What did we learn about Hugh Hefner? CIA. She would get donations, I mean, from the public, but she would get all kinds of donations from what we consider to be sketchy people that were probably into the abuse of children. I mean, Hugh Hefner was completely not a good person. Apparently he got whatever they come out on that documentary, go see that. Oh, Bobby, thank you. Stripper. See, psychic strippers. Psychic strippers. Yeah, I loved working with the kids at Children of the Night. And I always remember Ray, who threw me my baby shower party at this shelter with all the kids when I was pregnant with Keithy. Made me this big cake in the back. Big cake for me. I'm like, can I eat the whole cake? Can I eat the whole cake? But I really enjoyed it. And then I know at the time when I did Jim's show, I didn't mean any disrespect. I did work at Children of the Night. And, you know, it's a huge thing in our house. John's like, you went to work at Children of the Night and I babysat Keith. Dude, I went to work. He didn't consider, thank you, Bobby. He didn't consider my my job at Children of the Night valuable, because at the end of the day, if you were to hire a babysitter, take gas, get there and spend 8 hours a day there or whatever, you're losing money. You're technically losing money. So it's very hard. Look, my eye is twitching. It's very hard for single moms for sure. But I did the graveyard shift after Keith. So I worked graveyard. And then I woke the kids up and I taught them aerobics in the morning. So I manned the desk and the phones at night, checked the kids in if they came in late to the shelter, sent cars to go get the kids, all of that kind of stuff. And I could never stay awake all night though. I'd be in the phone and then somebody would come in and I'll wake up. But I worked graveyard so I could be home with Doodleberry, you know, in the morning. And it was hard for me. I will admit, I have found it very hard not to work with children because I felt like I was going to be controlled by a man. I found it very hard. But John was open. I mean, he did pick up a lot of slack. I'm not going to lie about that. He was pretty good. I know, I loved working at Children of the Night. I was truly happy working with kids that had come off the street. Like, I liked that. I'm sorry I liked it, but I did. I enjoyed the kids. I read their astrology charts. We talked about stuff. I enjoyed them. They needed a mom figure and I needed kids. So that's what that was. And I liked it. You know, I mean, some of them were crazy. I told you the story. I was 8 months pregnant. No, it was October, end of October. No, it was maybe November. I think it was November. I was like 8 months pregnant. Keith was coming in December. And I was super pregnant. And there was a kid. We'll just call him Lionel, Monica, whatever. Anyway, he had HIV. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you for that. He loved when I called him Keithy. I don't think he liked when his friends called him Keithy. I called him Dew. Every night Keith walked through the door, I'd go, Dewey! And I'd go, Dewey! Like that. And when Jason came in, I'm like, hey, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. I wasn't the most attentive mother because I like to have my work. I had a real hard time staying focused on the kids until they got like where I could, and then I just took them with me. And then I took other people's kids with me too. But anyway, this kid, Lionel, Monica, however you want to describe it, he had HIV, 16 years old, 15 years old. Anyway, I had to go outside in the back because he was not doing what he was supposed to do. I had to say to him, dude, I'm not going to give you any cigarettes. Can you imagine that to a child? I'm not going to give you any cigarettes. You can't smoke out there. I told you to get in here, blah, 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 right? And Jordan Peterson and I are both Canadian. Anyway, I went out there and I told Lionel that. And he had some huge sores on his face. And they had openings and were bleeding. Remember, he had HIV at the time. Or AIDS. I don't know which. Anyway, he totally spat in my eye. And I was 8 months pregnant. He literally spat in my eye because he was pissed off because I told him he couldn't go out there and smoke. I was like, oh my God, what did you just do, you little bitch? And I was like, you little fucking bitch. Yes. Well, you know, they're street kids. They're out on the street. You think I'm ghetto. They're pretty ghetto sometimes. Anyway, I was like, I will fuck you up. But I was way pregnant. Yes, that on the face. Open. Right in my mouth. So then Ray dumping it. But that's the thing when you work in the shelter. You work with that kind of kid. It can be in that kind of population. They can be high. And so I had to get tested while I was pregnant and tested after. And I was paranoid, but nothing happened. And then I had another kid, and I cannot remember this kid's name. He was like 6'4", 6'5", and he was a big burly kid. Now keep in mind, these kids are all under 18. This kid, and I was on the night shift. So there I am sitting there pregnant, all like in a flowered dress and happy. And I'm just sitting at the end of the kitchen table like this. And this big burly kid comes up to me and he taps me on the shoulder. Can't even remember his name. I think he was new. And he goes, I feel like I'm going to hurt somebody. So he said this to me. And I'm like, oh, you feel like you're going to hurt somebody? And I'm the only one in the room. I'm like, so you have to actually ask them, are you feeling you're going to hurt yourself? Or do you want to hurt someone else? Do you know what's bothering you? You know, that kind of thing. So anyway, he just kept saying he was going to hurt somebody. I couldn't move. I couldn't, like, I just stayed there. I was talking to him. And he was like kind of getting agitated. So I went up front. I said, whatever his name is, I feel like he's going to hurt himself because he told me he's going to hurt himself. So you have to call the pet team, which is a psych hold. He wanted to go into a psych evaluation. My mother is the only one that gets away with calling me Keithy. Ah, Keithy. I love that name. Keithy's the best. I know Keithy probably rolling his eyes at me, but it was the best. And I called Jason Chirp. Jace, baby egg, and Chirp. Come in the door, I'd be like, hi, Chirpy. And with Keithy, I'd be like, hi, Keithy. So yeah, he knew to ask for help. So I had to, 5150, I had to call the pet team, which means you have to call a hospital and say, I have a problem. And so when they come and they, and I just told them, I remember saying this, you have to sit down. Do not rush them when they come in the room. They're coming for you. So you can talk to them about how, to not be so angry. But yeah, so that was a problem. Anyway, those kind of things happened all the time. And you need to stop drinking, John. I know I need to stop listening to him. I don't know if it's real or not. I really can't tell. Mew Mew is wild. She's on a wild. She's like Cat's Gone Wild in a non-perverted way. Pet team. Is it Pert team? I thought it was pet team. We called it pet team, but it may be Pert team. Anyway, it's been so long. And then the worst thing I ever saw, which was truly heartbreaking, was this young girl who was 12. She was being bought and sold by men on the street. She was 12. So she would go out because it was a shelter where they could stay a couple of weeks, couple of months, but if they split and ran away, they had to stay out and then wait 24 hours and come back. It is pet team. I thought it was pet team. Anyway, this little girl, she was a black little girl, and she used to sit on the couch. We had a couch and we had TV, and the kids would watch TV and they could smoke and they could walk around the grass and all that stuff. And they could do crafts. They had all kinds of things. They had kids doing all kinds of different things. And she'd sit there in her little baby girl outfits, okay? And she would do that. And then when she'd sneak out, she'd put on a booty skirt and makeup, and out on the street she'd go. And when she'd come back into the shelter, like she'd run away for a while and come back, she'd be, of course, wetting her bed and sucking her thumb. She was 12. Why would a fucking man pick a 12-year-old up? Why? She was 12. That was the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life, because she was professional, which means her parents or somebody in her family had turned her out. Yeah. And a lot of the boys were in there because their moms had stepdads, and the stepdads would rape the boys. And I'm not joking. This is, I would ask, what the hell's happening? Their moms would be with stepdads, and the stepdads were closet cases, and they would fuck the boys and then kick the boys out for being gay. Yeah. Lots of those boys were kicked out for being gay. Stepdads were fucking them, mind you, and then berating them for being gay. So figure that one out. That happened a lot. So there was a lot of interesting stories. I still hear from some of the kids. They'll write me and email me. I'll get one every once in a while, and they'll tell me what they're doing. And not all the time do I remember them, but they find me and they write me. And so, yeah, it was not all of them, obviously, but it was kind of interesting. Not interesting, just eye-opening on what goes on. And then we had some kids that were sold. And it was the first time I heard of a kid being sold from Mexico to a mayor in Mexico and then sent to America. So that's actually trafficking when you think about it. And I was too dumb to understand back then. So I was like, Sloan, what do you think about... I think pick-a-card readings are great. I used to do them. I've got to get back to doing them. Yeah, no, it was very hard, but I enjoyed the kids. I don't know why I felt like that, but I felt like if I was there, I was doing something. So that's all. Yeah, it was weird. I heard all kinds of strange stories. Everybody had a different story. You had some gangbangers in there too. You had some gangbangers, and they were all very different with their bodies. It was interesting. So yeah, it was very interesting. But I recognized that before I was pregnant with Jason, because I saw that in the shelter. So yeah, I didn't know what else to do with myself. I had literally no purpose. So no purpose at all with what to do. And there were street kids on the street, boys, all of that kind of stuff. So there were a lot of us that worked with these kids, a lot. Oh, so much advice. I told I would read the kids' charts randomly because they don't know their times of birth and shit. You know, they don't know that. So I just pull up their charts. Actually, at the time, I had to get a chart service. So what I would do, because they didn't have computers like this that you could run the chart, we used to have to do it by hand. So I would get the book my camera's on, but an ephemeris. So you can see, this is what an ephemeris has in it. You can see the mathematical movement of the planets. So I would take my ephemeris to work, pull up their birth date, put a card like this, and read the planetary direction that way. It's the only way I could do it quickly, right? So I would basically, my point with them, because they were defeated, they were already prostitutes. So every man that's screwing them, or woman, whatever, but it's mostly men, would put their shame on it, right? So they would put their shame on it. So my goal was to teach the kids in their chart what they were here to learn and how to move past that shame. Because I didn't want them to carry the shame of being a prostitute on the street, because it's not their fault. Their parents or whoever did that to them. So I could use astrology to kind of open that way of thinking for them. Like, look, your chart shows this, and this is where you're supposed to focus. And for some reason, they would listen to it. So it was kind of interesting. That's what I tried to do. I'm going to say, I don't know if it worked, you know. But I really love the kids, all of the kids for sure. But that's what you have to teach them, because they have shit put on them. You have to, I have shame. We all have shame. We're taught, if you get called a whore, you got shame. You're called a whore. Yeah, I felt like it was a calling. I started it in Toronto after I ran away, because my Aunt Betty did it and she saved me. So I thought I would go out and return the favor. I don't know that I saved anybody, but you get the point behind it. Shame is a very hard thing. I have a lot of shame. Just a lot of shame from just a lot of things, but people will put their shame on you. We're not supposed to carry shame. If you were molested as a child and you become a prostitute or a sex worker, you're not supposed to carry that shame. That's the actions and repercussions of other people's stuff on you. You are not supposed to carry that. They're trying to put it on you through their dicks or their vaginas or whatever they're doing, right? So it's very hard. I carry shame. I carry shame at the kind of, for me, it's the parenting now. I wasn't the best parent, so I carry a lot of shame with that. I recognize it. Both my kids had reasons to be mad at me, but I'm human and I tried, and I've apologized and asked for forgiveness from Keith. And I will tell you this again. I did this the month before Keith died. I said to Keith, forgive me for these things. I knew what I did when I was cuckoo bird with him. And I said, I'm so sorry. I wasn't always the best parent. And he said to me, I love you. You were a good mom. But I asked for his forgiveness. That was being pushed into my head. And he passed away like 2 weeks after that. Always listen to your gut instinct. And always tell somebody what you want to tell them, because maybe there's a reason that you want to tell them that. Because maybe they're going to pass. And so your guides know you need to say it. And especially for me, it was extremely important and I've never done that in my life. I've got tons of message and I have never acted on literally, for about 6 months actually, before Keith died, I kept hearing, you need to ask Keith to forgive you. And I was thinking, well, I didn't try to kill him or anything, you know, but, so I did. Now, right after Keith died, his father said Keith thought I was an evil piece of shit, whatever his words were. So had I not had that, I just want you to see that. Had I not had that conversation with Keith, I could very well have been really, really fucked up. I was pretty fucked up from the way that I was talked to after that. But I may have really believed what was said. So because my son told me directly to my face what he thought of me, then I was able to say, what you're saying to me is for whatever your fucking bullshit is. But my son told me, so I started saying, you can't speak for my son because my son already told me that. So I had to throw that. But yeah, Keithy was wonderful. It was actually really good. I was devastated when he passed, but it was a time in my life I really jumped forward. And yes, I've asked Jason to forgive me too. Yup, that doesn't happen. I guess I'm still that, but there's a lot of us out there like that. So it's fine. Jason, as long as he's alive on the planet, then that's fine. As long as Jason's alive, that's what I tell you guys. If your kids don't talk to you, trust me, it's worse if they're dead. So if they're alive, you can always make amends with them or they can make amends with you, and don't stop trying. So that's what I say, because they're on the planet. If they leave the planet, that's when you're kind of more fucked because they've left. So that's, a problem, I feel. But I always listen now. So if somebody says something to me, like, you need to do this, I need to say it to you. That's what I need to do. Yeah, I mean, I just, as long as Jason's healthy, alive, and good, and Kenna and Lila are healthy, alive, and good, if they never talk to me and I die, I'm fine because they're okay. I just need to know they're okay. I don't need to have a relationship. I need to know, and but see, that's why unconditional love's important, because after I left my marriage, my house, John would tell me the kids were really mad that I left the house and I hurt them. He never would say him, he would say them. I hurt them. And I'm like, maybe I did, but I mean, they were 24 and 27. Like, shut up. They weren't, I mean, he divorced his, he said I damaged my kids by leaving, but he left his first marriage when his kids were 14 and 16, right? So it's recorded what? Yeah, anyway. So, I mean, he's the one that hurt his first kids. I waited till my kids were grown. So he left for a mistress in his first marriage. That's what he did. Whatever. But all of that aside, doesn't even matter. It just matters that when you have something to say, you say it, because it was so. I've never been hit like I was hit, and you're gonna know this, but when you see your child like I saw Keithy like that, it feels like someone took a brick and broke your head. That's all I could say. And my stomach pulled down. And Jason's did too. Jason got out of the car and literally almost hit the ground. Like, Kenna did hit the ground, but anyway. And then to be spoken to about my son and to have that said to me was so fucking horrific. And I was talking to Deanna and Kenna that night when Kenna told me I needed to go down the street. But because Jason had been in a car accident, so I couldn't reach John by phone. That's why I ended up there. And John literally got within an inch of my face like this, and I got on the ground like this. And then he called me, "Look at you, you fucking coward," just like when you were younger. And that was the day after Keith's funeral. And he says he didn't do that. So, and I'm not even I mean, I don't even know what to say to that, but that's a true story. I was on the phone with Kenna, and then I had hung up, and I said to Kenna, go with Jason. And I was talking to Deanna. So driving down the street, and I'm like, Deanna, I'm going to pull in the driveway. And I was at the front door. I'm like, Deanna. And John opened the door. I said, I'll call you back. Thank God for Deanna, because she absolutely hears everything in my life and documents it for me, because I begin to think that I made it up. I didn't make that up. And then, yeah. And then John just said to me, don't come knocking on my fucking door at 1:30 in the morning unless that kid's dead or in the hospital. Talking about Jason, who'd just been in a car accident. And I was like, I mean, I was like, what did you just say to me? And then I start to get enraged. And I got up and left, and that's it. And I taped half the conversation, but I couldn't. It was very bad, but that shit did happen. So I speak about it because that shit did happen. That shit happened. Kenna heard it. Deanna heard it. That's what was said. And Jason's loyalty was with a man that said that, who says he didn't say that. That's what he said. All the way through, talking about the preacher, talking about everything. Everything I did wasn't right, but no one helped me do it except for you guys, Melody, Deanna, Libra Lori. Tomorrow, Libra Lori's birthday. My beautiful Lori, who found me the preacher for Keith, set it up for me because I don't have a church, and did that. And it was beautiful. Of course, I'm the scapegoat. And I was the scapegoat in childhood, which means you have to get therapy and you have to pick your men. Don't ever jump straight forward into a relationship. It's not good. It's Libra Lori's birthday tomorrow. And yeah, I was so numb. I could not, I can't even explain it to you. You could have stood in front of me and just, I'll give you, Deanna, I told you, Deanna and I went to the house where Keith hit the mailbox, right? Yeah, I'm staying away from him. Deanna and I went to the house where Keith hit the mailbox, and we went up in through the gate. It's a long property, and we went up to talk to the house owner to see what he observed, because we don't know what happened. This was the day after Keith died. Deanna was behind me. She had her notepad because she likes to write, so she would write it down. And then I was talking to the guy whose house that that Keith hit the motorbike on, right? I mean that where the motorbike hit the house, the whatever. Anyway, the man that opened the door, he started talking to me, and I said, I'm the mother of the boy. And he's like, oh, I didn't see it. He's talking like that. And then, and I swear to God, Deanna was there. She kind of put her hand on the back of my shirt, but I literally was looking at this person, complete out-of-body experience. He was an older gentleman, and he literally started crying because his mother had just passed and she was 90. We were talking about Keith less than 24 hours after he hit your mailbox, cemented into the ground, that cut his leg off, which amputated it. Partially, it was on by a thread and cut his femoral artery, but like, you're talking about your dead mother, and he's crying about that, and Deanna's eyes are going back in her head, and I'm like, but I couldn't feel it. Otherwise, I'd have punched him in the face. And there was another witness, and Deanna had to grab my shirt again because I think I might have started to raise my fist this time. I've never, but I was so numb that I couldn't, like, they were saying it and I was taking the punches, but I couldn't feel them. It was bizarre. I felt like I was in a Twilight Zone. So numb. Yeah, so numb. So numb. I'm so numb. I had no help except from my friends and you guys. Bobby, 100%. Bobby, 100%. Deanna, 1,000%. Lori, a bazillion %. All of those girls. Right, Lori went out and she walked that street, drove that street. Jason drove that street. All of Keith's friends. I mean, seriously, but I was numb. I was dead inside. Fucking dead. Like dead. Completely dead. I'm starting to get angry now, so I'm feeling things now. Today, on a meeting, I'm feeling it right now. It is. I know it. I was blown away, but to have the father of my children say that, I don't actually forget it. And he can say he didn't say it all he wants. I've told him to shut up. He can say he didn't say it all he wants. I couldn't even get in the bed to hug that man. I had to fucking get out of the bed because he started. And then the dumbest thing he did is Tulip, Keith's cat, really. That night that Keith died, I felt Keith move through me, and Tulip bit me. I was in Keith's bed, and she bit me on the hand. And I said, Tulip. She was looking for Keith, or she felt Keith, and it was upsetting to her. So she slept right there. I rolled over and slept by the side. I could barely sleep. I had to sleep in his bed. And so Tulip bit me, and then she calmed down. So I brought Tulip. I lost all my children, correct. I brought, no, Jason's alive. Keith is dead. My stepson's dead. But I brought Tulip up to the house up here, and she didn't like it up here. She wanted to go back to Keith's room. So I said to John, I was taking food down for Tulip anyway before Keith died, buying her food and taking care of her, taking her to the vet, taking her to the shower, all of that. Still taking care of my cat in a different house, right? So, which was fine. She's my cat. She was like 16. And she slept in Keith's room. She slept in the room there. But anyway, one day I went upstairs. Tulip was up there, and she was downstairs behind the couch, right? So she was behind the couch, and she's usually up in Keith's room. So I said, I said, how come Tulip's downstairs? Like baby Jack had now entered the scene, and baby Jack was a terrorist when he was a little baby Jack. He would chase that cat, and the cat was like, I'm having no parts of baby Jack. And he was just looking for a friend, you know, the beagle, and Tulip's like, yeah, get out of my face. But anyway, I saw that Keith's bedroom door was shut. So I said to John, I'm going to go put Tulip up there. He's like, I don't want her in the room. That's what he said. So then Tulip died, okay? She never got back into his room. John wouldn't let the cat in the room because he didn't want to open the door to the room or let anybody in the room, and accused me of stealing out of the room. They stole out of the room, threw all of Keith's stuff out of the room, but yet Tulip died because he wouldn't let her in the room, I feel. And he tried to blame baby Jack. There you go. She did die of a broken heart, but I let her go down there. I wanted to bring her up here, but I felt she didn't want to be separated from her Jason and from Lila and all of them in the house. And she wanted to sleep in Keith's room. He shut her out of the room and then she died. Like it was like a couple months later. He's like, oh, that was a big mistake. I'm like, I don't think it was a mistake. I think it was fucking deliberate because you let everybody and their cousin in his room. You let his room get robbed. Why do you care if the little cat sleeps in the bed and sleeps under the pillow? Why do you care? Yeah. Oh my God. No, she knew Keith died. Yeah, that's what happened. And then they called me. I think she's dying. And then again, I'm on the phone with Deanna. Oh my God, they're telling me Tulip's dying. I couldn't handle it. I drove Tulip to the vet in a box. And as soon as I ran in the vet to hand her to the nurse, she flopped out of my hands and was dead. And I couldn't stop sobbing. For the cat, I couldn't stop sobbing. So, I mean, I was hysterical. I was like, I can't have this happen. And then baby Jack got hit by a car. And poor Kenna had sitting with him on the floor. Couldn't even lift him up because his leg was hanging. It was broken in the same spots as Keithy. And Lucas broke his leg the day after Keith died. One of Keith's best friends, waterboarding, broke his leg like that. Terrible. Terrible. I mean, it was just like a whoosh of energy. Jack ran out the gate and then a car hit him right there. But the nice doctor, and you guys supported Kenna with that because some doctor gave her a fentanyl patch for the poor dog and an x-ray, and it was like $2,500. And I'm like, why didn't you just fucking whatever? No, there was no reason. She was 16. I'm sure she died of a broken heart. She slept in Keithy's room. She slept right above his head, on his head. Keith was the one that wasn't allergic to her. We're all allergic to cats. So, yeah, it was a ripple effect, something. But, yeah. Yeah, it was a bunch of tragedies. It was absolutely... That's an energetic thing, though. Yeah, baby Jack got hit so bad, and he was just 6 months old, and then Jason called me, and Jason's like, they said to put him to sleep. I was like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I couldn't bear it. It's weird. I couldn't bear to see the dog. Anyway, Kenna and I found a good vet. We went, dropped Jack off, and he's been fine ever since. Like, he's super fine. Thanks to everybody on here that donated to his little vet thing. I think it was over $5,600 or some stupid amount of money. But that was cheaper than the other vet. So it was beautiful because baby Jack is now healthy. What is he, his second year? And beautiful. No, I don't know, Lori. I don't know. Poor Tulip. She was older, but yeah, she loved her Keithy. And then Paige called me and said, my aunt had kittens. Do you want one? I'm like, no, I don't want one. And wherever Mew is, I got a Mew. So it was very traumatic for Tulip, but she wasn't allowed back in his room. She just sit on the floor out there. The fuck wouldn't he let her in the room for? I mean, I had no say-so in the house, but, you know, I've got Maya's baby shower on Saturday. So I've got Maya's on Saturday, and then I've got Paige's next month. So when Maya gives birth, the day after Maya gives birth, Paige is having her baby shower. So I'm super excited about the baby showers. I got beautiful stuff for them. I got all their little bags all lined up. So, and one's boy, one's girl, because I'll forget to do it and forget where the shit is, right? Yeah, don't feel bad this is just life. There's a lot of people. I'm not even saying feel sorry for me. I'm going to take pictures. Deanna was with me. Deanna, I mean, she was on the phone while I was pulling up. only because I couldn't stop to pick her up and she didn't have a car at a time. I could not stop. I couldn't take the time. I had to get to Keith. I couldn't. I, Paige is having a boy. Yeah, Paige is having a boy and Maya's having a girl. So I had to get pink and blue bags and put them. I know everybody can be fluid and gender fluid. I get you. But I got the blue for the baby over here and this one. Some of Paige's gifts are still coming. So, you know, it's, yeah, I got to wait for them to come. But I got some stuff from Greece. Really, really cute stuff. I can't say it on here till after because if they're watching, I don't want them to see it. You know, like that. Yeah, oh my God, so cute, little boy. So, so cute. Yeah, it's going to be a good little baby shower. And yeah, so cute. I know, I said I'm going to be auntie. I'm going to go help Maya's sister decorate for the shower. So she's like, can you be here at 8 a.m.? I'm like, should it be 10? The baby shower is at 2. But I guess Maya wants to put all her makeup on and everything. So, you know, we want to get her all cute for the party. So yes, probably a little bit later than 8 though, because it's going to take me an hour to drive out there. And I got to take my dress and everything out there. So, yeah. So anyway, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Anyway, full moon on Sunday. Oh my God, baby shower on Saturday, full freaking moon on Sunday. I love the new babies. Yeah, I have lovely friends. You have no idea. The support from everybody but my family was amazing. I mean, and not all of the family. There's people, but no, I stayed married to that man for a long time and got no support after Keith. It was me throwing the dinners, me doing that. Never once did I hear, are you okay? Are you okay? No one asked. It's like fucking weird. Why would I be okay? Maybe I need some help. It's weird. See, it happened to you as well, Sarah. There you go. There you know. There you go. So many parents have lost their kids and are treated disgusting. It's just disgusting, the shit I hear. It's horrific. And all I did was want my kids to, you know, I tried. Maybe I wasn't the best mother. Maybe Jason has a reason. It's fine though. I can't, what can I do? What can I do? I can do nothing. I can do nothing. I don't really care as long as they're alive. As long as you're alive, then I'm happy. As long as you're not dead on the ground, I'm happy. That's a good thing. You know? Yeah. I think, I'm saying my kids are alive. That's fine. I mean, as long as they're alive, it's fine. Okay, someone asked about the books. I believe the books are open. Deanna's going to be for this Sunday. I just have to check with her because she's got some stuff happening. So I'll check with her. And my books are open in November, I believe. They should be. They should be. Well, I was your typical hyper mom. Like, I'm an East Coast mom. Like, if you're doing drugs in the house, I'm getting in your face. I'm getting in your face. Take the drugs out of the room. Oh, you shouldn't go in my room. Shut up. I'm taking the door off the handles. Don't bring drugs in my house. I'm that kind of, no, time's not healing. Time is not healing. I'm not healed. There's no amount of time that's going to heal you from a child dying. Sorry, not going to happen. You know, yeah, Deanna is the best. Deanna is the best in so many levels. And was just there for me. Sometimes I couldn't even sit still. And so Deanna would go, you know, tell me to come to her house and we'd have pizza. And I would just sit there like this and stare. And she'd talk to me and then I'd have to get up and walk around and go somewhere. I'd leave and then she'd say, you can come back and whatever. So I didn't know what to do with myself, really. But there's so many people in that position. So many. Oh, see, yeah, see, it's so, I was so, oh my God, so grateful. So grateful. Happy birthday to your son, Brooke. Happy birthday. Yeah, my name is from Greece. Oh my God, I got these beautiful, beautiful silver gifts from Greece. I'm trying not to give it away. They may be eating with them, you know. Anyway, they're beautifully beautiful and they arrived and I'm so happy. I had to peek into pages. I'm like, I'm so happy for them. It's very exciting. Anyway, you all, I got a phone call. Check the books. Deanna's will be open tomorrow. I think I have to check with my web guy. And I just tried my best. I mean, I'm going to be fallible. I'm going to like have problems. You know, we all do. She died exactly 5 months before she would have been 23. Oh, Angie, I'm so sorry. Oh, so she was 22 and a half. I hate that. Get enough sleep. Peter's like, get enough sleep. He can see my little eyes. I'm trying to get sleep, y'all. Oh, yeah, I love my kids. There's nothing the kids can do. Nothing Jason can or Lila can do, even if they never talk to me again. I love people unconditionally. That's what I do. Yeah, I'm sorry for that, Angie. So sorry. Horrible. There's so many people. I've learned so much about how many people handle the situations of their children dying. And it's very interesting to hear the different perspectives on what they do with it. I'm going to have total fun at the shower. We're going to be decorating early. Yes, we are. 8 a.m. I'm like, are you crazy? It's 8 a.m. I should be running then. Make it 9 and you got a deal. But yeah, because I got a shower, come home and all that. But it should be super fun at the party. So I'm very excited for her. Big sale. I don't even know how many people are coming. She hasn't even told me. But we're going to decorate it. And I think it's Mexican fiesta theme. I got my pink dress. I got my push-up bra. And I got my orange shoes. That's about all I can handle. That's what I got. And that's what's happening. So I wonder how I wonder how I will get into my next life too. Can't wait to get out of this one. I love you guys too. Thank you so much. It's going to be super fun. I'm going to take tons of pictures of Maya. She's almost ready to pop. I'm not going to be obnoxious, but you know, I'm super excited. No, being a mother never ends. No, you're always your kid's mom, even till they grow and they got like, as I said, my friend Barbara Mackey, her son died 2 weeks before Keith, and he was my age. She's in her 70s, and it was devastating for her. And then her grandson died. Devastating. So, and he was in his 20s, I want to say. So one of her first grandsons and her son. So it was her son and her grandson. And she was psychic too. 2 weeks before my Keith. So yeah, that was pretty tough. Pretty tough. It's Mexican fiesta. That's how we're dressing, Mexican fiesta. So yeah, it's going to be super fun. I know, it's fun. I'm excited for Maya. I love her to death. So, and again, how did I meet this precious girl? I met her running up Mount Baldy. She caught up with me. She was with a group training, like they're running up the mountain, and she caught up with me. And I looked at her, I said, you want to go to Palm Springs? I didn't know her. I never met this woman. I didn't know her. She was Keith's age, literally. She was literally Keith's. Why are you hurting, D. Violet Sky? She was Keith's age, so she was younger. And she probably thought I was a weird lesbian. But I'm like, hey, if you want to go try this. And she said, yeah, I want to go try it. So I just picked her up in the middle of the night, confiscated her into my car. We talk astrology all the way to Palm Springs, and we hiked that way. And she has been my wonderful friend ever since. And now she's a young woman who is having a baby, and it's very exciting. And she's lovely. She does astrology. She picked it up super quick. She used to do powerlifting. She's wonderful. She's fantastic. And she came right away to see me after Keith. She drove all the way down and came to see me. And she's great. And I met her random. So you can meet friends and you can do that. Oh, breast cancer. Okay, you can beat this. One of my friends, Jasmine, she had breast cancer and she beat it. You can beat it. It's an easy thing to beat. And the Cancer Society will take out the cancer and reshape you. So you can go to like City of Hope or subsidiaries of it and get help if you need to. I believe. I have faith that everything will be okay. It's okay. It's okay. I feel you will be okay. Yeah, I met so many people. Anyway, Maya's a dear friend, so I'm so excited. She brought her baby daddy to meet me right away. She's like, you have to meet Jake. So they had me for dinner, and he brought me a really cute plant. And it's so cute. Anyway, they're mommy and daddy. So I'm excited for them. All right, you guys. Gail, relax. Gail, you're having anxiety. And no, I'm not going to say anything horrible to you. I think you emailed me that. No. In the reading, we're just going to talk about positive for you. That's what we're going to talk about. And you're having anxiety, not necessarily heart problems. So, all right, y'all. Good night, and I will talk to you soon. I'll be back. My phone is beeping. Bye, y'all. Bye, guys.